No. Yeah, I see through your, bullshit, not Morgan Freeman. I know that you're a fucking liar. And I'm not gonna put up with this shit. So, yeah, like he said earlier, get the fuck out of here. But my son, you must understand, I'm not here for violence. Yeah, you are. The entire last episode involved this guy saying that he's some sort of hot shit.
Yo, motherfucker, I am some hot shit. It's not just words. I'm motherfucking rabbit, bitch. You ain't gonna talk. Are you gonna talk shit with these? Look at these. You think these arms? These arms, son. Do you really wanna fuck with this shit? Do you now?
Now, wait just a minute, people. My name is Samuel O. Jackson, and I think that if anything is gonna be going on around here, you're gonna have to go through me first. Hang on a second! For fuck's sake, guys! This was supposed to be my vengeance against you people! I called in the pool crew for this shit! I don't know where the fuck Eeyore went! He just kinda disappeared! I don't know what he's doing, but I called these guys in to kill Tails and Kenny! For fuck's sake! That's all I want in my life! Why can't I have one thing? Just one thing! If I traded it all, if I gave it all the way for one thing, that would be to kill these stupid douchebags, okay? Now, I don't give a shit what y'all going to do, son, because this is my show now. This has become the Samuel M. Jackson Show, son. Wait, no, it's not. No, it's not. If we're gonna be changing the name of this show to anything, it's gonna be the Winnie the Pooh Show 2.0.9.7.6.5.3.2. Now that's what the fucking title is gonna be. That entire title. You're gonna have to say it every single time because you're a piece of shit. Okay? Wait. Why? Why must we argue, my friends? Why can't we come to a nice peaceful agreement and call this Morgan Freeman Television? Excuse me, but I'm the one with the arms. Oh, cameraman, are you gonna fuck with these arms? This show is now called Rabbit's Arms, motherfucker. I'm not even going to get involved. Argument. Wait, Tails isn't even here anymore. Get the hell out of here. Okay. Hang on a second. Hang on just a second. You get your fucking hands off of me, son. My name is Samuel B. Jackson. You don't do this shit to me. Why must we fight like this? If we're gonna do actual fighting, we should do WWE techniques. RKO. Oh, the violence. But through all the fighting, they had not realized that someone else had snuck up behind them. Hang on just a second. What? What the hell was that? That's right. It's me. Oh. Who the fuck are you exactly? My name is Pink Kitty. Let me climb up the this here. What the hell's the matter with you? Get your own show. We're trying to figure out what the name of this show is going to be from now on.
And who's gonna be the main character? So, you go get your own show.
Actually, I don't think I will. You see...
Oh no, we're never gonna know what the pink kitty had to say. The horror of it all. Shock and awe. Terror. Hello and once again, good evening YouTube. Welcome back. Welcome back once again to the Kamikaze Games channel. And welcome back to the NASCAR Thunder 2004 100% race length career mode as Tony Raines. Welcome back to some more Thursday Night Thunder. Welcome back and all that good stuff. Welcome back and stuff. Yeah, last time we went out to Martinsville and somehow I did not die. In fact, I finished third to Tony Stewart. Can you believe that? Can you believe that it was Tony Stewart, who is still only 9th in points? He is 702 points behind me in points. This is brutal. Some brutality on the... I think mathematically Tony Stewart cannot make up the amount of points that he needs to get to the championship. But don't worry, he's still got 4 wins this season. It's a far cry from the 9 wins in 2003. He is inevitable, and he does have more top 10s than last year when he finished 2nd in points. What the fuck? What the fuck, dude? He just finishes last every race he doesn't do good in. I don't know, dude. Anyway, 146 points ahead of Dale Jr. is where we find ourselves here at this point in the playthrough. I am now at an equal average finish to Dale Jr., so no one can complain about the points format. No one can complain about the points format. No, the fact that we're, like, way ahead in points isn't gonna, you know, change. It's not gonna have any implications for future championships. And even we did 500 laps at Martinsville. And I have 1 logo rival following the event. Like, call it a miracle. Call it whatever you want. The last race at Martinsville was something else. This week we're heading to Atlanta, which is bound to be way less interesting, but the good news, audience, is that we have a car rating of 77, and Atlanta is an easy track to drive, so I can actually interact with the chat today. Hooray! Everyone is so excited about this fact, even though no one has said anything for most of this stream. We've got not even 1 page of comments. Chats so far. 18 viewers. Where is everyone? Oh, Marutz is streaming. That'll be the reason. Well, fuck it. I'm gonna go up against the behemoth himself. I go up against the weekly podcast all the time. I can go up against Marutz. We're gonna beat Marutz at his own game. We need to prove that I'm still the superior e-girl. Come on, let's go. Qualifying in Atlanta. I have done no practice for this. I've done 0 practice for this race, by the way. The fact that I'm doing a stream 2 weeks in a row is crazy enough. You think I have time for practice? Give me a break. Give me a break. Anyway, first lap's probably terrible. 19th. That might be... No, that's not qualifying objective. Qualifying objective is now 5th place. 5th place we need to qualify in to get the qualifying objective. The Goodyear blimp bitmap on the back of my car has been not very impressed with my qualifying efforts the past couple of weeks. Oh my goodness, I flat-footed that corner. I flat-footed entry. That was a mistake. We're going to drift up the track, lose all my speed. But we're going to cross the line, and it is... pole position. Woo! Let's go. Game and Colley's here. That's Racing Colley, but like not. I watched your video on Driver 2 and I'm like, holy shit, you're already better at editing than me. You're already better at writing scripts than me. You're basically better at everything than me, and it was very frustrating. I hope you blow up and get 100,000 subscribers. His anger makes him a showstopper. This is the Kamikaze Games channel. Who do you think you're watching? My throat hurts because I was recording games earlier and I was yelling at them. Literally, my throat hurts. Thoughts on Phoenix being 2025 championship race? No reason to watch NASCAR for the rest of the fucking this year or next year. The in-season tournament's funny though. That's good. That's good. Hey, it's Johnny Benson. How about that? Hey. It is Johnny Benson. I got a video coming out in a few days about Johnny Benson, kinda. Anyway, MRN, talk.
We're live from the Atlanta Motor Speedway in Hampton, Georgia for today's running of the Georgia 500. I think we're in for some incredible racing, judging by this track's history.
There sure have been some incredible finishes here at Atlanta. In the March race of 2001, Kevin Harvick beat Jeff Gordon to the checkered by mere inches to win his first NASCAR Winston Cup race. Given the circumstances and the emotion of that victory, that is one that people will talk about for decades to come.
And they're not
The
wrong.
174 car has had a couple of incidents on the racetrack with that 12 car.
You know, a little contact now and then is to be expected. The track gets crowded real quickly when you put 43 cars out there. I wouldn't be too worried about it.
Charlie Davis has put together a great season so far.
Being in the top 5 is a huge boost in self-confidence. I know everyone on that team is very happy with their performance this season, and rightfully so.
Chase Montgomery really needs a good finish in this race. He's got a long way to go on the points list.
And how frustrating must that be? You're working just as hard as everyone else, yet you just can't seem to finish well on race days and gain the valuable points you need. Those guys need a good finish just to regain their confidence as a team.
Yeah, I have a laundry list of friends on the left side of the screen, but the MRN chooses to focus on the enemies. Trying to focus on the negativity. No. We're going to focus on the positivity. I have the points lead by a full race. I have a bunch of friends. Happiness. Ryan Newman paid off MRA. I am officially done with NASCAR, says Rams fan 9. Welcome to me in 2020.
And here's the starting lineup for the race. The 174 car.
The 174 car.
Will be starting from the pole.
Oh, I barely got the pole too. Look at that. Only by a couple hundredths. Oh my goodness, it was close. If I hadn't blown the corner, we probably would have done a little bit better. Okay, Dale Jr. starting pretty deep in the field. It's like, what's that? That's a 9th place starting spot. That's pretty deep in the field for old Dale Jr. And the Tide Pontiac.
Starting the race from row 5 will be the Dale Jr. Chevrolet and the 133 car.
The 1 to 33 car. Randy Norton.
The UPS Ford.
Goodness
and
gracious.
The Motorcraft Ford. Starting from row 7 will be the singular Dodge.
Jazz starting next to Jeff Gordon is not a good sign. That's true. That is true. That's some dangerous stuff right there. All right. Oh, the Burtons starting nose and tail. They just can't seem to separate each other. They're always right next to each other at the start of these races. The Stacker 2 Dodge. Let me tell you, I'm gonna miss this. I'm gonna miss this starting lineup thing when this game is over. Because I know I've announced this already, but we're moving on from this game regardless of whether or not I win the championship. So 4 races left. 4 races left in this series that has gone on for so long.
In row 14 we have the 123 car and
the 123 car. Charlie Davis. Is that who that is? Casey!
Car and the Target Dodge.
Yay! I love the Target Dodge.
In the 16th
oh shit, look at that. Stewart started all the way back here. He still managed to out-qualify Terry Labonte though.
In the 17th row are the Home Depot Chevrolet and the Kellogg Chevrolet.
Wow. 33rd. He could probably win from there, so.
And the DeWalt Power Tools 4.
I wouldn't be concerned. See, I don't know what kind of pace the car is going to have because I've done no practice. We could win this race by a lap or we could finish 10. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine.
And the Dodge Dealers UAW Dodge.
Oh, the Dodge Dealers UAW Dodge.
Row 21 will be the
Gotta
Band
love the
Racing
Dodge
Dodge
Dealers
and
UAW
the
Dodge.
Ranger Ford.
And rounding out the field, Jack's Bragg.
Rear of the field will be the Net Zero Pontiac.
43rd on the track, but 0th in our hearts. Fantastic. Alright. Guess we're getting ready to go. 325 laps lie ahead from Atlanta. We got a good start. We got a rival lined up right behind me on the initial jump, but the good news is that he's only a 40 rival, so he should not run into me. Oh my goodness, everyone's driving around me on the outside. Including Ricky Craven. Oh dear. Man, remember back in the day when Ricky Craven would run like 30th all the time and he was our closest competition? Terrible time to be sneezing. Horrible time to be sneezing in the middle of the first lap. Alright, well I hope that is not a bad omen for things to come. I'm gonna sneeze more. I'm really gonna sneeze more. Oh, we're not turning. Car. I'm gonna need you to use more steering wheel than that. Yeah, so it sounds like I'm gonna be sniffling for this entire race, so that's great. That's not gonna get great. I don't care, crew chief. Honestly, I wish Newman passed me. I wish he started 4th so that he could have passed me. I could have given him some share drafts so the crew chief could not talk about it. Alright, so we have a Jeff Gordon restart for ourselves, and Jeff Gordon gets the lead. Oh, baby, baby. To the outside of Labonte. What a fucking move. What a terrible decision. Shut up, crew chief. We're not even 4 laps into this race and you're already annoying me. Alright, well. Looks like we are not in the lead. It looks like we might actually have some competition in this race, unless, of course, we get second wind, which you never know. You never know. Crazier things have happened. We got second wind in Martinsville, of all places. So shit, man. I don't know. Oh my god, crew chief. No one cares. Yeah, Roush is competitive again, which is good. Keselowski finally has won a race. Seemed impossible the past couple of months, past couple of years. It's like, that's the thing that I've never understood, is that most of Buescher's wins have come at the expense of, oh my god, we're getting fucking notifications on my phone that usually get notifications onto my wrist, but for some reason they're going onto my phone, which is vibrating loudly because of the metal phone holder that I'm using to have the phone up so I can hear the chat. Read the chat. I don't know if Streamlabs is working today. No one's tried donating yet, so hint hint. My computer's been acting like a piece of shit lately though, so I don't know. But yeah, like fucking Keselowski, it was like there was like no chance that he was ever gonna win again, it felt like. And like through no fault of his own, every win that Buescher got was at his expense. Keselowski's expense. Richmond was at Keselowski's expense. Bristol was at Richmond's expense, yes. Bristol was at Keselowski's expense. Like, dude. Can't believe this shit. Roush is the only good Ford team this year. That is not a bad thing. That is not a bad thing. You say this, and yet Michael McDowell has gotten 2 poles. Wild. I'd like to hear the crew chief stop talking, but we don't always get what we want. And that is Ford's only win of the season. Ford has won the last 2 Cup championships, and an Xfinity championship, and a truck championship, and yet it is May, and only just now have they gotten 1 win in any series. Boy, the championship really does hold a lot of weight these days, doesn't it? Yeah, Penske's just waiting for the chase. You know what would be the funniest shit ever is if Harrison Burton backed into a win during the middle of the season and just went on a championship run. That would be peak NASCAR. I really want this. I really want this. I want this. I've decided I want this. Oh, who's blowing up? Who's blowing up so early? Oh, they talk about him at the start of the race and he can only make it to lap 10. Charlie Davis. DNFs at Atlanta. But I've made it to second, which feels like a seismic accomplishment considering the fact that we're pretty much nearly flat-footing this entire track. Shut up! Shut up! Kurt Busch to third. He's having a good race.
1.5 seconds off the leader, buddy.
Alright, it is only lap 12. I'm annoyed by the crew chief. Someone that talked about at the start of the race by MRN is already DNF'd. And we only have 18 viewers. Boy, it's difficult times out here. See, that's the interesting thing, is when I stream on Wednesday, we get the solid, 50 viewers that I usually get. But there must be a massive crossover with the Maroots channel with my audience. Because goddamn, I'm getting kilt. I'm getting kilt out here.
Number 18 is coming right.
Is he? He's trying to go fast. This is just like Kansas where I couldn't catch up to Jeff Gordon. It sucked then and it sucks now.
1 second, just 1 second back.
We are closing, so that's cool. Anyway, what's there to talk about? I don't know. I don't know what there's to talk about. Not a whole lot has happened in the past week. It's been very by the numbers. I genuinely don't know what to talk about. Chat, help. Still more viewers than Decker. True. That is true. I have no work stories. All quiet on the Western Front there. No one else has quit, so I suppose that's a accomplishment.
The leader only has about a second on you.
I haven't seen my boss in nearly a week, so yeah. Any new songs in the works? There's always new songs in the works. The problem is that I have not bothered to start, playing them. I need to, actually get the guitar out and just, start playing and just see where it goes. I gotta start somewhere, man. Roots has 200 viewers. Son of a bitch.
The 97 car is coming up quick.
My highest finish in core was Dega in Season 2 of 4th, so I've been wrong my whole life. Not the first thing that I've been wrong about my entire life.
You're only 1 second behind the leader.
See, that's the thing, is that it used to be, I always streamed on Friday, but lately, shit, I streamed on a Tuesday once. That was wild. That was a wild one right there. But it's been Thursday Night Thunder for a while now. So, I was hoping people will at least catch on at some point. When will I do Driver again? Surprise! It's gonna be a surprise.
Easy now. Gonna need some of that grip later.
Oh god, it doesn't turn. NFL schedule release? Oh great, visual damage. Thanks, Jarrett.
88 is coming low. Clear on both sides.
I didn't actually read the NFL schedule. I just don't care about the NFL at this point. Like, it's so blatantly and obviously rigged at this point that why would anyone care? Like, this season, this last season, it was just such bullshit. Like, I cannot possibly care enough. I mean, at least WWE is honest about being scripted. NFL still has the fucking illusion of not being scripted. Shorts does something to inflate the views. No Way moves straight up, got over 200k views. It probably counted people by just scrolling past it. Yeah, there's something weird about the short algorithm. Because I noticed the same thing. When I started making shorts, they took off big time. Like, they'd get 5k views, and I'd be sitting there, like, getting, like, 20 views on everything else. And I'm like, what? It's very unusual. Very, very unusual indeed. So, Dale Jr.'s right behind me, and I may be a full race ahead of him in points, but that doesn't mean that I can let my guard down. Like, this game has ways of tearing your insides out from just one lap you're in business, the next it's over. It's never been more over, right? It's very difficult to keep up with. Yeah, no, forget the Chargers. Everything is rigged. Yeah, Shorts is just TikTok but on YouTube. And it's very possible that the views are inflated. Like, maybe some of those are actually fake views, like on TikTok. It could very well be the case, I don't know. Like, that is one way to get people to, like, use your product, is just lie to them. Like, there's no reason not to. There's no reason not to lie about view counts. Like, there's no law that says that you can't lie about viewer counts. Hello. Cruise Control Gaming. Hello from Japan. Dip my balls in coffee. Sure. If you want me to. That's 320 yen. Thank you. Thank you for that donation. Maybe that'll come up on the screen. I don't know. Regardless, I appreciate it. We got viewers all over the place, dude. Did you join from the Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift game playthrough? Good stuff, though. I hope that pops up on the screen. I really want to hear the automated voice talk about that. Come on, AI voice. You can do it. I believe in you. Guys, I don't think the AI voice is going to come up. You follow me for years, really. See, that's the craziest thing about it, is that when you have an audience, like, they could be from fucking anywhere.
Wow! That's cool!
Like, just some
Hello
random
from
person
Japan.
from Japan
Dip
knows about my
herbals in
existence.
coffee.
That's there! Hey! Let's fucking go, dude! Streamlabs! Streamlabs has arrived! Hey! We've got stream alerts! Good shit! Alright, that has reinvigorated this stream. Right there. That's it. That's it. I'm ready. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling this stuff right now. It's some good shit. Alright, the vibe has changed. We're gonna make it happen. I'm gonna catch Gordon just because of this. That donation added horsepower. Well, now I gotta go to Starbucks. BRB. I was thinking of door dashing stuff during this race. But like that, I would have to pause, and then I'd have to eat it. And I've already eaten so much today. I've been wanting to go to Dairy Queen to get the one of the new blizzards, the peanut butter cookie dough thing. That's the one I want.
Just 1 second back.
But I just don't. Because whenever I drive by the stupid ass Dairy Queen, the line is just all the way around the building, and it's like, I ain't sitting that long. It's not worth it. Boy, I've got a screaming pack behind me, by the way. We are not closing on Gordon. It comes and it goes. We close in on Jeff Gordon and then we lose to Jeff Gordon. I don't know what's going on in this race. It feels like we have the opposite of second wind. The cars appeared to slow down. $1.99 from Kyle Busch owns you. I don't think that's going to come up on the stream because I think the limit is $2. The minimum donation is $2, but you never know. Are you still going to the Indy 500? Yes, indeed I am. Will be there. Will indeed be there.
Wow! That's cool!
Are you still going to the Indy
never mind, it popped up on the
500?
screen. Hold on. I'll shut up. I will shut up. Look at me getting proven wrong by this shit. On a constant day-to-day basis. Everything, the world just proving me wrong at all times. Alright, first lap car of the race. Gordon's just been stubbornly a second ahead of me this entire run. Frustrating, to say the least. It's better than a Lando win, that blizzard. See, the thing is that I had a peanut butter... There was a different, like a peanut butter cup blizzard from Dairy Queen that I ordered a couple of times, and that thing was to die for. I'm assuming this one is just as good, but like, I don't know, I haven't had it yet. Because I keep not ordering it. I'm probably not going to vlog this trip. Because I didn't vlog the trip last year. I'm kind of over the vlogs at this point. There's one thing that I have always wanted to do, though. Is I've wanted to make a, like, 2-hour-long documentary on the town of Amadon. Has anyone ever done a documentary on Amadon? See, I lived most of my life like an hour away from the smallest county seat in the entire United States. And like, you just drive through it and you'd hardly even know there was even civilization there. Like, you rarely, if ever, even see anyone outside just hanging out in that town. Like, you'd think it's been dead for like the last 40 years, but no, it's still going strong. The Slope County Fair still goes on to this day. You should have seen when they were doing the testing, or like, I don't think it was testing, but it was like the vaccine rollout. There was like a line like into the fairgrounds all the way out to the highway. Like, that was the most people that I've ever seen in the town of Amadon at once by at least 10 times. Anyway, we're losing positions at this point. Blue Jimmy's gonna be at the Indy 500. Hell yeah. Nice. There's a bunch of people that are going to be there that I've already talked to that are going to be like, hey, yo, we need to meet up. And it's like, hey, yo, there are way too many people. I'm only going to be at the track on Sunday. That's the current plan, is to only actually be at the track on Sunday. So, like, y'all better be prepared for, like, 5 minutes. 5 minutes of social interaction, that's it. Is there a documentary on Amazon? Are you bullshitting me, JC? JC has been known to bullshit me over the years. Yeah, we need some more short track racing around here. Slope County Fair needs a dirt track race to cap it off. Needs an ARCA race. We need to bring Orca out to Amadon, North Dakota. It needs to happen. This is a requirement. Boy, I am not closing in on the leader. I thought this would be an easy win. But damn, the car is just not quite there. Maybe, I don't know what my wedge setting is. Maybe I'm on -1 instead of -1.5. Maybe if I just reduced it just a little bit more, we'd be in good shape. The possibilities are endless when it comes to setups in this game. Yeah, see, that's the thing, is that IMS is so big. IMS is such a huge track that just geolocating one person is a challenge. Alright, we're getting blocked. Great. Side-by-side traffic getting in my way. Fantastic. Excellent. Necessary. Thoughts on the Nashville Arca East race? I didn't watch a single lap of it because it was on at like 8:30 and I was in bed at like 5:30. Oh my god, stop with this phone. The phone is just not acknowledging the... Well, maybe it's because the phone screen is on. Maybe that's why it's sending notifications to the phone instead of the watch. That would make sense. Thoughts on every truck driver? I can't see the rest of it because the heart's in the way. Every truck series driver. Well... there's no zero truck anymore. I liked it when there was a double zero truck. That was fun. The Rayum double zero truck was always fun. Every truck series driver this year. There we go. Okay. The one has been driven by multiple people. Not most recently by Brett Moffitt, but hopefully he drives it again soon. I think he's in this weekend, actually. Come to think of it. 2 truck is Nick Sanchez. Never cared for Sanchez. He's kind of trash and has a bullshit win. And has done nothing ever since. In fact, if anything, he has regressed from last season. So, yeah, basically. 3 truck. Jordan Anderson sometimes. I can't stand Jordan Anderson. 4 truck is Chase Purdy. He is fucking horrendous. No, 4 truck doesn't exist anymore. That was last year. Sorry. 5 truck. Is there a 5 truck? Dean Thompson. Dean Thompson is also terrible. Like, irredeemably bad. He is terrible. 6 truck. Norm Benning, best driver we've talked about thus far, not named Brett Moffitt, without a doubt. Fantastic. Love me some Norm. 7 truck is usually a leech. Fuck that truck. 8 truck. John Hunter Nemechek hasn't driven in the truck series in the 8 truck for a few years. 8 truck really doesn't exist anymore. 9 is Grant Enfinger. I love Grant. He's great. I wish he wasn't in the 9. I wish he was in a real truck or in the Cup Series. 10, Jennifer Jo Cobb. How can you hate Jennifer Jo Cobb? Seriously. How could you possibly dislike Jennifer Jo Cobb? What is there to dislike? She's perfect. Next. 11 is Corey Heim. Corey Heim is a jackass, and he's the reason fucking cunt-ass Ben Rhodes is a 2-time truck champion. Fucking bullshit. 12 truck? Is there a 12 truck? I don't think so. No 13. No 14. 15. Tanner Gray. Terrible driver. He will never amount to anything. He couldn't even fucking beat... He couldn't even beat Connor fucking Mosack in an ARCA race. When he had a car that drove off to a 15-second lead earlier in the race. That's how bad Tanner Gray is. And he's 16 truck? Yeah, 16 truck is back. Hattori's back with Eric Almirola. Why? Why is Eric Almirola racing in the truck series? I guess he's not a leech, technically. Good for him. Better than fucking Sean goddamn cunt-ass Hingarani, I guess. 17 truck is Taylor Gray. I've never really liked Taylor Gray, but he's definitely a better driver than most, even though he's been kind of disappointing this year.
He's gotten better. He's gotten more consistent, at least. I can give him that much. He's kind of like Todd Gilliland, showing out in the lower series of ARCA. Showing out in ARCA and then doing jack shit once he gets to an actual NASCAR series. Maybe he's better suited for Xfinity cars. Who knows? 18 truck is Tyler Ankrum. He's got one fluke win and somehow has managed to make an entire career out of it. How is he still employed and Brett Moffitt isn't? I don't know. 19 is Christian Eckes. Holy shit. We're finally on to a half-decent driver. It's only been the entire discussion so far, but we finally hit a half-decent driver. Unfortunately, he really has no upward trajectory, so, hey, he should have been the champion last year, by the way. 20 truck. There's Young's Racing that has the 20 truck occasionally. Oh no, there is a 12 truck. Spencer Boyd drives it. Why? How he still fucking has a career and Brett Moffitt doesn't, I don't know. 20 truck is driven by random drivers, who cares? 21 truck, no more 21 truck except for when fucking Mason Maggio or whoever it is drives it for that one team. I guess he exists, and the team exists. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe the team doesn't exist anymore. We haven't seen them recently, that's for sure. Oh, Spencer Boyd's in the 76 this year. That was last year, sorry. See, I'm perpetually stuck in 2023 because I could not give less of a shit about racing this season. 22 truck is a Rayum truck. It used to be Austin Wayne South. Now it is not Austin Wayne South. By the way, we're pitting. Spoiler alert, we're pitting the car. No, we're on negative 1.5 turns. I guess we'll turn down the tire pressure a little bit and hope that gives us speed. Oh, I forgot about Jake Garcia in the 13. It would have been Haley Deegan last year. Thank you for the update on that, Jeremy Isley. You are clearly better at knowing this shit than I am. Four tires, stop. Yeah, I think Jake Garcia could amount to something. Maybe, maybe not. We'll have to see how it goes. Oh, dear. I almost LePaged Kevin LePage car. Wow. What a time to be alive. That was dangerous. That was some dangerous racing there. Oh, we got speed though. We got speed because I got fresh tires. We should be in good shape though. That's pitting every 52 laps. We should be able to do this here. That's 6 stops to make it to lap 300. Plus 6 times 2, which is 12. 312. Okay, we might be cutting it a bit closer than I thought.
That's cool!
Jake Garcia is in the 13.
Laps? Well, that would be 318, which is still not good enough. And if I did it every 54 laps, it would be 321, which would still not be good enough. Fuck me. Lead cars are pitting. I guess we're about to find out how good of a pit stop that was because everyone's pitting at basically the same time that I did, so now we'll find out if I had good pit road entry or not. That felt like really good pit road entry until we were like just going really slowly for the longest time. That pass was for position. Alright. Still playing this game. Made it to the first pit stop like nothing. It's like we just started. It's streaming for 40 minutes. I'd like to hear you stop talking, please. Okay, getting blocked all the way off the track by the lap down 45. Thanks, by the way. We just passed Casey, which is sad. being a lap down is always painful. We're still, speaking of a lap down, Jesus. Leader still hasn't pit yet. Oh, we're past Dale Jr. Okay, good, good. A. Got past Dale Jr. That is a position. That was someone I was actually, no, never mind. I was ahead of Dale Jr. It was Gordon, Jarrett, and Harvick that were in front of me. And the leader pits on lap 59. So I have to pit 6 laps before some people on this track. That is very troubling. So they are definitely going to be able to make it past lap 312, is what you're saying. All right. That's great. That's just spectacular.
Number 23 is
Maybe I try to go longer on fuel. I don't know. Felt like I was already pushing it a little bit, going an extra lap after the orange text.
There's 4.5 seconds between you and the leader.
Hey, we pitted on lap 52, which means the start of the new cycle was on lap 53. When I see the halfway mark pop up on the screen, then we'll know. Then we'll know. Just whatever lap it is when that happens, subtract 53 from it and multiply that by 2. And we'll know what the fuel range of this car is. And then everything will be wonderful and happy. Also, the pit cycle is complete and I'm still 4th. Great. Spectacular.
Still there.
Oh boy, that's a 5.
To pass.
Still waiting on that Bizbin video. Okay, I'm sorry, alright? I'm sorry. I started recording one and then I realized I wasn't recording my face. Alright? I'm sorry. We'll have to do that again sometime.
You're gonna give me 5! Here's a 5. Still waiting for that Bizman video lol.
It's a classic. So apparently you can reply to super chats now. So that's interesting. I'm not sure what benefit that has. Honestly. Not quite following that one. "54 laps, but your tires are dead at 50. Well, if it's 54 laps, that's 4 times 6, which is 24. We'd make it to lap 324. I would still not be able to make... I would still not be able to make it on fuel.
Interval between you and the leader is 4.5.
Unless I get lapped in this race. I mean, that's possible. Gordon appears to be very fast. We could end this race a lap down despite being 4th. I'm closing on Harvick at least. I mean, that's good. That's good. I think that's Harvick in front of me anyway. Save gas on final run. How? How do you save gas in this game? This is not a thing that's real. They may tell you that it's a thing in, whatever it is. I know it's not a thing in Thunder 2003. I mean, I don't even know where to begin with fuel saving in this. I mean, there is one way to save fuel. If you drive on manual gears, you can hang the car between gears and it cuts the engine off. It's wild. It's like, you know, actually clutch and coasting. Except it's, I don't know if it's glitch or if it was intentional, but you can hang the car between gears in this game. And it saves fuel. So, if I was on manual gears, maybe we'd be able to do that. But I don't know, man. You save gas by saving gas. Excellent, excellent analysis. Thank you. This is the expert analysis that I'm looking for in my chat. Thank you. I saw it. See, I don't know the technique. Here. Let me actually go into manual gear here and see if I can't do this. Okay, gameplay settings. Assists. Controller. No, I think you can't... No, I think manual gear is in the car settings. So, like, we have to, like, leave the race and go into the car setup in order to turn on manual. So never mind, I guess I won't show you this. But basically what you're supposed to do is, like, you're supposed to, like, maybe shift down, but then hold the shift up button, and it hangs it between gears. It's weird. I don't know, man. Anyway, Ashton Lewis ahead. Red alert. Red alert. Psychopath on the track. Psychopath on my 12. The Dow closed at above 40,000. Well, I'm sure that's good for someone. I don't know who. Not me. But I'm sure that's good for someone. Hey, it's another 5. Hey, that's 2 5s in the same stream. It's been a while since we've had multiple 5s, actually. Thank you. Thank you for the 5. Yeah, we have to go into car setup in order to turn on manual, so. Oof. If I had a second PS2, I'd plug it in and, like, test it right now. I mean, I do have a second PS2, but it's not going to spin the disc out. Is this 5 going to pop up or what? Hello? Anything? Streamlabs, you were working so well. This is a good time to mention that I've added a bunch of new alerts. So many, in fact, that I don't actually remember what the trigger conditions are. But I assure you, they are all very good. I assure you, they are definitely worth looking for. I was gonna get CloudBot up and running so that we could actually, like, you know, utilize, like, the stream commands and, like, stream currency so that you don't have to, like, pay. You don't have to pay me $69 to get the 69 effect. I feel like that'd be a lot more fun than, like, forcing people to donate money to see these stream alerts. I think the in-stream currency would be a lot more fun to work with that instead of actual currency.
You're gonna give me 5!
Oh, God. Oh,
I'm
God.
going to laugh if you change
There it
to
is.
manual and blow it up.
The alert hit right before I destroyed the car. That was a terrible, terrible moment right there. Casey's still on the Tulsi hype train. I am! Posturing for a VP spot. Come on. The Trump-Tulsi ticket cannot be matched. The sheer energy is off the charts, alright? Thoughts on thinking. I do way too much of it. I kind of hate it. There was a talking to the camera video that I wanted to do, but I never got around to it. I wanted to talk about anxiety. Because, in a broad sense, anxiety is very difficult to understand, and if you don't have it, difficult to comprehend on a personal level. And I don't think that I have anxiety. I don't think that I have any illnesses like that. But, like, the thing is that when I was in high school, we were in health class, and the teacher put on a video that was basically like doctors like doing like shoving a camera up someone's ass, and it was like a bunch of intestine stuff, and I was watching it like, huh, that's interesting. And then like about 5 minutes after the video finished, we had like a worksheet to do, and I was sitting there doing the worksheet, and then all of a sudden, like, I got vertigo. Like, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, like, my vision goes blurry, like, everything's, like, goes wibble-wobbly, and, I'm just sitting there, like, kind of shaking, like, what the fuck is going on? And like I asked to go to the bathroom. I didn't need to throw up or anything, but like I asked to go to the bathroom and the teacher was like, are you going to throw up? And I was like, no, I just need to go to the bathroom. And then I went to the bathroom and I was just standing there like, huh, that was weird. And then apparently she sent someone into the bathroom. Some guy that I barely knew. There's a bunch of people, like everyone, I was friends with pretty much everyone in my class except for a few, like, on the outskirts people. She sent one of the few guys in my class that I wasn't, like, actively friends with to come and check on me. Like, he literally said, the teacher came to check on you to make sure that you weren't sick. And I was like, bruh, I'm okay. I'm okay, bruh. And that was really weird. And I didn't think a whole lot of it until college. One day I was browsing Reddit, and I was like probably on Ask Reddit, like, and it was probably like, what's the most fucked up thing you've ever read on the internet? And someone mentioned the short story called Guts, and I was like, oh, I like short stories, I'll read this. And I read through the whole thing, and I was like, damn, this shit is fucked up. This is a fucked up story. 79 minus 53 equals, what does that equal? 26. 26 plus 26 is 52. That's the exact same lap that I pit on. Son of a bitch. Anyway, I don't think that you should look up that story. I mean, if you can handle it, it's a fucked up story. Like, the thread was like asking like, what's the most fucked up thing you ever read on the internet? That's up there. It's a fucked up story. But like, I didn't think much of it. And I was like, damn, that was fucked up. But I was sitting there, and I felt that fucking vertigo hit me again, and I was like, oh shit, here we go again. And I got up while the vertigo was happening, and I was like, man, maybe if I just step outside and get some fresh air, maybe I'll be fine. So all I remember, the only thing that I remember is standing up, walking towards the exit of my dorm, and then the next thing I know, I'm on the floor and my knee hurts so much. I literally nearly passed out from reading the story Guts. And like the thing is that I sit here, I think about surgeries, I think about like that kind of stuff. And like whenever I'm watching like the shows My 600 Pound Life and they go to the fucking surgery bit, I'm like, I always look away. Because the thing is that I'm not squeamish. I'm not grossed out by guts. If anything, I'm fascinated by it. If anything, I'm fascinated by like what the human body can go through and like how many of these organs were put inside of us by the good Lord and how many we don't actually need. If anything, intestines are fascinating. But like, ever since those two incidents, like, I felt nothing while watching the video in health class. It was only after the video was over, and like 5 minutes later, I'm sitting in my seat getting fucking vertigo. It's an involuntary reaction. I'm not grossed out by guts. And yet, my body just involuntarily had this reaction, and I have absolutely no control over it. And I sat and thought about it one day, and it's like, that's anxiety. That's anxiety, right there. You have no control over it. It's like you can't just fucking tell someone to just calm down. They don't have control over it. It's an involuntary reaction. And I just sat there and I was like, holy shit, it all makes sense now. And it pisses me off because I can't watch these shows because if they show a surgery, I'm probably going to have fucking vertigo again. And one of these days, I'm actually going to throw up. And I'm going to be pissed off about it because I haven't thrown up in, how long has it been? November 2011 was the last time that I threw up. Over 12 and a half years ago was the last time that I've thrown up. And one of these days, I'm going to watch one of these surgery shows on TV and end up having vertigo and throwing up. And I'm going to be pissed off. I'm going to be so pissed off when it happens. Thankfully, I don't have cable anymore. Anyway, what's up, chat?
behind you. You're clear.
You have a similar health class story? Damn. See, that's the crazy thing, is that health class in high school is where the real crazy shit happened. Like, you could talk about math class and not understanding any of those concepts. Boring. You could talk about English class and having to read To Kill a Mockingbird in class, as a class, out loud. Nah, that is nothing in comparison to the antics that get on in health class. Because one class, you're just talking about, like, you're talking about spheres. You're talking about you're talking about a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And then the next class, you're talking about blowjobs. Man, that's some wild shit that we got up to, man. Any luck on finding a Honda CRX? I have not found a Honda CRX since the last one. Have I talked about that on stream? I think I talked about that in the playthrough. I think I talked about it on stream too. The answer is no. I haven't. Danica's back on the Indy 500 broadcast. I can't tell you how happy I am that I'm going to watch this in person and not having to watch on TV. You had a philosophy class in high school? I can see it in college, but high school? They had philosophy class. See, I went to a shithole high school with nothing but the basics. So, like, I never got to experience, like, anything beyond the normal scope of stuff until college. And even then, I took very tame classes because I was over college as a concept by then. See, that's the thing. Public speaking, I've never had a problem with. Never in my life. Like, even before I was on YouTube, I could get up in front of everyone and just make an ass of myself and not care. But, like, the thing is that, once again, I did have a public speaking class in college, and there was one guy who literally could not stand up in front of the class and talk to everyone. He'd make it one before running out the door. And, like, that back then I sat there thinking, damn, this dude's got issues. But now that I fucking think about it, now that I've thought about the vertigo that I get when I look at surgeries, I'm like, it's an involuntary reaction. I wish I could look at surgeries, and I bet that guy wishes he could speak in front of people. It's not his fault. It's no one's fault. The human brain is just stupid. The only thing that you've missed so far is that Charlie Davis blew up on, like, lap 10. That's all that's happened. And I haven't led a single lap, which is annoying. Yeah, English, math, science, social studies, and gym.
Come on, buddy. We're 6 seconds back. Let's get up.
Did I have any other classes? No, not really. I had all those typing classes, I guess. I took all the multimedia classes. I took photography. I took desktop publishing. Oh dear, the car sucks. We're wrecking. Oh, we're wrecking. Oh, we're wrecking. Saved it. Saved it. Lost 2 seconds to Dale Jr., which is annoying, but I saved it. That's what matters. There was a thing that I wanted to do, that I've wanted to do, ever since starting my channel. And I've been trying to figure it out for years now. Like, when I say years, I mean since 2017, at least. I've been actively trying to make this happen. So, when I was in 6th grade, we had a typing program. Now, we've had typing programs over the years. Every single school has typing programs of some sort. My mom had to practice typing on an actual physical, like, push the rack typewriter back in the day, alright? And all the way up to today, we've been doing typewriting in class on the computer. Now, there's so many different programs. So many different programs. And over the years, I've done them all. I've done online programs. I've done, like, CD-ROM programs. I've done it all. But there is one program above all others that I hated the most. In 6th grade, we had to do Microtype Pro. Microtype Pro. I hated that shit. And for the last, how long has it been? How long has it been since 2017? 7 years? For the last 7 years, I've been trying to find a copy of Microtype Pro to play for the channel. Because every other typing class that I've had in my life, I've been able to pass with flying colors. But not Microtype Pro. It's just something about that one program. So, yeah, basically. And I've been searching high and low. I look on eBay every day trying to find this shit. I actually found a copy of it at a South Carolina college library. And I actually contacted the library trying to see if I could get that copy. And they responded to me. They responded to me saying, hey, yeah, we have this. If you want to move forward, we'll escalate the situation and we'll try and figure this out and how you're going to do it. And I was like, okay. And I never heard from them again. And then COVID happened. So, like, they kind of had higher priorities to deal with. And now, ever since, I've been trying to find a copy of this. Ever since, I've been trying to find a copy to play for the channel. And, like, there's so many different microtypes. There's Microtype 6, okay? They made so many of these. And on eBay, there's currently a copy of, like, Microtype 5 on eBay. Microtype 4, some other shit. But never Microtype Pro. I have been looking for years for this shit. So basically, I've been trying to do that for so long. Ever since I've lived with my parents, I've been trying to do. The one idea that I had but never tried was to, like, call my old high school to see if they still have a copy of it laying around. Like, that's the only thing that I haven't tried doing yet. And the main reason that I haven't tried doing that is I'm just thinking of how awkward it would be to just be like, hey, graduated from here 9 years ago. And even longer ago than that. When was 6th grade? 2008? Hey, it's been 14 years since I've had to use this program. Do you still have it? Y'all still got it? By chance? Just sitting around? Haven't graduated everything else up, you know? Now, that's the only idea that I have. That's the best I got, man. And hey, you know, you never know. Crazier things have happened. Maybe they do still have a copy of it laying around. Anyway, we're pitting. Is the ice hockey scene thriving in North Dakota? I don't know. Not now. I know that Rapid City has a hockey team. That was pretty cool. GTA 6 next fall, right? Goodness gracious. Yeah, it really will have been 12 years since GTA 5 came out. That is insane. This game better be some good shit. Doesn't North Dakota have a college that has a dynasty in college hockey? I think
Number 97, it's up high.
that's UND. I'm pretty sure that's UND.
Okay, we're clear.
Microtype Pro only on floppy disk. See? Now that tells you what kind of technology we were working with back in 2008. We were working on a typing program from the floppy disk era. Goodness gracious. We're really throwing it back. Thoughts on the Arena Football League? I really don't have any. I've kind of completely stopped caring about all forms of football. Not really a lot going for it. Already got 3G in North Dakota.
You still there?
Man, the service out here is terrible. There are just some spots where there's no internet.
Got one outside.
There'll be spots in the middle of town where there's no internet. Like, you'll just be walking down the street and suddenly 0 bars. And it's like, excuse me. This is civilization. I'm not even in a field or anything. And there's just no internet. I hate having to look stuff up in the wild.
Oh yeah, right
Because the internet never works and it takes 10 years for anything to load. It's always just a disaster.
Okay, we're clear.
Thoughts on McDowell going to Spire? Ugh. I already talked about it in the last stream, and I don't want to start yelling again. We still gotta go another 200 plus laps. I need to save my voice for the rest of the stream.
You made it in the top
We
half
cannot
of
be
the
having these long yelling sessions. Eddie Gossage just died? Oh my goodness gracious. Hello? Finally reuniting with the old TMS reconfiguration. Holy shit. That's a comment. Wow. That's surprising. He was only 65. Damn.
You put it out of mind. Clear on both sides.
You know, that reminds me.
Leaders are bid. Number 38 is passing high.
I knew a dude that met Eddie Gossage. And Joe Gibbs and whatever. But, yeah.
The 2 cars down low.
Huh.
All clear, buddy.
It's a shame there's only one Texas track or race in this game.
Number 02 is inside.
I mean, we're at Atlanta, which is basically Texas, right?
Okay, we're clear.
Right? Oh, that's fucked up. Can we actually tear down TMS now? Maybe. Honestly, it probably is the best opportunity that we've ever had to get Texas off the schedule as a result of this, or maybe even just reconfigure it into a good track. Problem is that they'll probably just hit it with the old Atlanta special, and it'll just be another plate track. So, yeah. Yes, I've been saying for about a year now that Stuart Haas was going to sell 2 charters, and Stuart was going to split off from the team entirely. Anyway, here's casing. I'm somehow not a lap down right now. That's pretty cool. Oh, we passed Harvick. Hey! Hello. Harvick just had a bad pit stop. Well, I'll be damned. That's good. That's good. Hey! That's a position. We should be up to third now. Nice.
Couple top 5 cars are on their way in.
Casey's Angel 100% race lane. No. No, we're not doing that. Look, I'm crazy, but, like, even I've got to draw a line somewhere. Hey, Janie Land's been a member for 23 months, Microtype Pro LP hype. Don't get too hyped. I've been trying to do it for 7 years and I've not made much progress.
Thank you for becoming a
I can't even find, like, a pirated version.
What the fuck?
Like, there's just no the software online anywhere. I know that it comes on a floppy disk, but I know that it can install onto the computers. Because there's no way they had the floppy disk installed on a 2008 computer at all times, right? Man, oh man.
Just 6 seconds separates you and the leader.
Ugh, P3. And Jarrett's leading. That's not good, but it does mean that Gordon is not leading. So I suppose you gotta take the good with the bad.
Normally, you'd see him block right
Normally, you'd see him block where am I? I don't care, Khrushchev. Alright. 6 seconds behind the leader. Hey, you know what? Considering I was 7 seconds back before when I got loose that one time, I'd say we're doing alright. I'd say we made a pretty swift recovery. Turn the car, please. Alright, looks like we're not turning the car. That's even less friendship points with Stan Barrett. Now he has even more of an excuse to block me all the way off the track every single time I come up behind him, no matter how many laps down he
The
is.
leader is about 6 seconds ahead.
That's awesome,
Okay, we're clear.
honestly.
Number 45, top 5.
That's really cool. Lap 120.
He's taking it easy on you. Is anyone
There's
else?
still a lot of laps left. It's a lot of time to not be in the lead of this race. No good hotel stories from this week. I can't think of anything.
Come on, buddy. We're 6 seconds back. Let's
Yeah,
go.
I'm losing time to the leader at this point. I mean, we're on what? Probably 10 or 15 lap older tires than Jarrett at this point, and he's got no traffic. Look at that mini-map! There is nothing in front of Jarrett. He's a man on an island. Every man is an island. Dale Jarrett's living that life right now, let me tell you. But like, we're like, yeah, I'm driving the track pretty good too. Like, we're driving all the way into the corner and waiting to get on the brakes. Like, I'm pretty much getting around this track as fast as I possibly can. And we're still losing time. Do I still hate the Cowboys? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Not as much as the Packers, though. Fuck the Packers.
Just 6 seconds separates you and the leader.
Oh my goodness, I made up a 10th that lap. Did you see that? Damn, dude. Yeah, Phoenix gets to be the championship race for another year. So we can hand out some more fake championships. Hooray. Everyone's real excited about this fact. Robbie, you are a 98 ally. Why are you blocking me?
The 31 car is still there.
What is my opinion on Harrison Burton? I love Harrison. He is cute, and I will always love him for Texas 2020. Speaking of Texas. I don't know where his hat went. I did get a Harrison hat, but I'm not sure where I ended up. Oh, Harrison Butker. Sorry. The heart was blocking the best of the mess. The heart on the chat was blocking the rest of the message. I saw Harrison Bob. That's all I saw. That's all I saw on the message was Harrison Bob. That's all. I'm sorry. I have no strong opinions. I think everyone's an idiot. That's my opinion. The only NFL team that matters is the North Dakota Nutsacks. True. True.
Come on, buddy. We're 6 seconds back. Let's get up there.
We are still 6 seconds back. God damn.
Keep an eye on your mirror. He's not too happy with it.
Shut up! Yeah, I remember the Tennessee Titans. I remember how they sucked ass every single game of theirs that I watched last year. And still somehow made it to the wild card again. Like, how the hell did that happen? They were within a game of making it to the goddamn wild card. If they just won the last game of the season, they would have been in. Like, holy shit. Team of nobodies for the second straight year. Like, I don't even know, man. Shit's wild is what it is. Under 200 laps left. Yahoo!
Just 6 seconds separates you and the leader.
I have not gained at all on the leader, but the people behind me have gained on me. Look at all these motherfuckers do. Shut up! 6th place is in line behind me right now. It really must be said, we're running in formation right now. Bring the nutsacks to Madden 24. The most recent Madden game that I've owned is 18, I'm pretty sure. Either 18 or 17. And when I found out that you had to subscribe to PlayStation Network to play on franchise mode, I have not touched the game since. I have to subscribe to PlayStation Plus in order to play in franchise mode. Honestly, off yourself. That is the stupidest shit that I've ever heard in my life. What happened to just being able to play a video game? No, you need to subscribe to a yearly subscription. Monthly subscription, if you want to pay $15 a goddamn month. To play a $60 game, to play the main feature of a game you already played $60 for. Shut up. Steaming hot goddamn shit is what that is. Anyway.
Keep an eye on your mirror. He's not too happy with it.
Shut up.
The 8 car is coming up quick.
Madden 06 has a Burnout Revenge demo. That's interesting. The main feature is Ultimate Team now. Alright, well that's somehow even more cringe than having to pay extra to play franchise. Somehow, some way, they managed to make it even more cringe-inducing. We're closing on Gordon. Everyone behind me may be faster than I am, but we are closing on Gordon, and I just made up a half second on Jarrett. Okay, hold on. This race isn't over. Hold on just a second.
You let him by. He's gonna make
Oh my goodness gracious, this crew chief is the worst thing. The worst thing. Wow, dude, look at the grip that the 8 car has. Are you insane? How does he get that low in the corner and carry that much speed? I know he has like 10 lap fresher tires than me, but what? How does he do it? I can't even get to the bottom of the track at this point. Look at this. Well, that was a pretty decent corner, actually. Hold on, let me cook. Hold on, let me cook. Oh my god, he still has a better run out of the corner than me. If anything, that was a worse corner. Just slowing down extra to be able to get to the bottom. If anything, that's having me go slower around the track. Like, look at this. They're just driving around me on the outside. Look at this. Oh dear, we're all the way up the track now. Oh. Well, so much for that. Okay, drafting. We're gonna make this happen with drafting. Oh boy, we're really fast. Oh dear, I'm not liking this situation! Okay. As it turns out, drafting was not good. Drafting was not the solution. This sucks. I hate this game. And how your fuel mileage is 5 laps shorter than everyone else on the track. It's such steaming hot shit, and I hate it.
I'd like to see him stay back there.
Shut up! Most gaming companies are like that. Well, yeah. Most gaming companies do end up like that. You know, you get the online service and then, like, see, it's not enough. It's not enough to just have the online service. It has to be mandatory to play key features in games. And on top of that, there's still microtransactions built into the games to make you go like, oh, you haven't beat this level yet. If you pay us $5, we'll give you a bonus power pack thing. Or some shit, I don't know. I don't play modern games. For reasons like this. I'm kind of afraid, speaking of GTA 6, I'm worried what that shit's gonna turn out to be. You're gonna have a PlayStation Plus membership to open the fucking game or some goddamn bullshit. What happened to me closing in on Gordon, by the way? Where'd that go? Shut up! CTR Nitro Fueled was ruined because of the microtransactions? I didn't even know that existed. I like Crash Bandicoot. Crash is fun. Oh, contact! Sparks up ahead. They do sometimes touch each other through the quad oval at this track. Shut up, crew chief. See, I'm still thinking about occasionally how I want to play through all the Crash games someday. But like, I wanted to play through all the Sly Cooper games, never even started that. I wanted to play through the entire Driver series, and I spent 2 hours on one mission. Stop. Why are you blocking me? You are how many laps down, you slow cunt? Move. Careful. You're getting low on fuel. Shut up, crew chief. think that maxed out my friendship with Greg Biffle at least. Get something out of this. Yowie, wowie. That's Gordon up there. We are still closing on Gordon. Through it all. Through it all, we continue to slowly close in on Gordon. And I would really like to cleanly pass Newman so that the crew chief can stop talking about him. But I can't get in a good position to share draft. Because he feels like running the second lane for some, not even the second lane, that's like the fourth lane. Newman, why? And if I share... Please stop being a rival. I hate the logo rival. I hate everything about this game. No, the ally rival system in this game is horrendous. Get it down! Just go down! Thank you! At last, the logo rival is gone, and the crew chief has been silenced. It's a literal hand of God miracle. But the crew chief has finally been silenced. There's Stewart up to 7th, only 9 seconds off the lead. He can still win this shit, man. He can still win this. Do a NASCAR 05 career mode. That will bring more range than this. Not wrong. I still haven't even touched that game since finishing the playthrough, by the way. I think. Pretty sure. It's been a long time. Coming up on lap 150. So we should be pitting in 6 laps-ish.
Let's go now. Still 7 seconds off the lead.
Somewhere around there. 7 seconds off the lead, so that actually is a net gain. I was as far back as 7 full seconds. Now we're only 6.9 back. So we actually did make gains this run. It's just not very big gains. And I still can't make it on the same amount of pit stops as everyone else on this track. So, you know, that's kind of stupid. And we're wrecking again. This car sucks. Let a random name picker pick what game I play next on a stream. That is actually a really good idea. And it's something I should consider doing.
7 seconds off the leader's back bumper.
I've pretty much decided on what I want to do as a stream series after this is done. And it's probably not what you're expecting it to be. But what I should do is like figure out how to stream twice a week and like do a random game night and then the regular stream night. That feels like a fun idea. Just put a bunch of random games into the name picker and then that's just what I play for the stream. You'll be able to tell how many people are sticking around once I pick a game on that and then like half the viewers leave. Just end up having a chill Sims playthrough night. And then everyone leaves. I've wanted to play American Truck Simulator for a while and I thought maybe doing that on stream would be a fun way to do it. I know I've talked about this before, but I had a game save of Euro Truck Simulator where I was basically almost at the max level, and then I lost my fucking hard drive. Yeah, more Wheel of Fortune. More Wheel of Fortune. 100% game completion of Paw Patrol. What if? Why do you do this to me? KG plays The Price is Right. Does The Price is Right have a game? I don't think I've ever seen a Price is Right game. Every other show has it. Every other legacy show, game show has it.
Let's go now. Still 7 seconds off the lead.
I don't think Let's Make a Deal has a game, though. Oh, no, don't do it. No, please. This has been such a good race so far. Oh, we're still wrecking. Oh my god, we're still wrecking. Well, there goes anything that I may have gained on that run. Game has copyrighted music. Well, I've dealt with that in basically every other game that I've played this far in this channel, so...
Number 20.
If anything, the copyrighted music adds to the experience. So that's me losing 5 seconds to the leader, so that's wonderful. Yeah, I know Who Wants to Be a Millionaire has a game. Still sitting here. I should have gotten a drink while this is going on. Shit. Okay, we're good. I got my drink. Oh, I feel a lot better already.
Clear on both sides.
One of your biggest rage fits came from that video. Alright. There's a rage-inducing who Price is Right game. Nice. It's probably on the Wii. That would be how it would go, is on the Wii.
You're clear. Normally, you'd see him block right about now.
I don't care, crew chief. I legitimately don't care. You could never talk again, and I wouldn't even notice.
Number 31 is
I'd just be blissfully ignorant of it. 199 from Travis Knoll. Thunder 2003 Prius 2 playthrough, pretty please.
still there.
No, I hate that game, and it's hard. I don't want to play it. Yeah, we could add every game that everyone's suggesting into the random name picker stream. But like the thing is that I have to find another night to stream. And like streaming one day out of the week is already hard enough as it is. Just finding the time for that. And like moving forward, we're probably not going to be streaming on Fridays like ever again. Just FYI. For the foreseeable future, Fridays are pretty much off the table. In fact, every weekend is off the table.
Still there. He's willing to work with you as long as you stay out his way. Normally, you'd see him
Oh my
block right
god,
about
this
now.
man never stops
Clear all
talking.
around.
NASCAR Heat Ultimate Edition Plus. There it is. There it is, right there.
Wants to get by you. You're clear. The 133 car up high.
Wow! That's cool!
All around.
Thunder 2003 PS2 playthrough, pretty please.
I do not want to play Thunder. Hello? Oh, that's finally the super chat coming through.
Looks like some of the leaders are headed down pit road.
How's the night shift at work? Honestly, overnights at a hotel is the best way to work at a hotel. Like, everything else kind of sucks. I mean, if you get an overnight shift at a quiet place where nothing happens, it's the easiest job you'll ever have, and they pay extra. They pay extra. Well, most places pay extra for the audit shift, but you know. Like, I'm not kidding when I say that that on an overnight shift at most hotels, you will sit in the back doing nothing the entire time. There's like maybe 2 hours of actual like work to do. It's kind kind of wild, honestly. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy.
Number 21 is still there. Keep digging.
Anyway.
The 21 car is still there. Careful. Okay, we're clear.
I probably am gonna play NASCAR 25 when it comes out. Because I'm definitely interested, because it's being made by the iRacing devs, and I'm sitting here like, okay, the World of Outlaw games was decent. You know? Oh my goodness, we've passed Gordon!
That's the textbook pass there. Good job.
Let's go!
You're clear.
If you can sit for any span of time, that's what you need.
Some
Yeah.
leaders are coming in together.
And even now, because everyone that I work with is lazy, it used to be that you had to stand at the desk. But now, there's a stool at the desk that everyone sits on. And I'm just there like, you lazy cunts. Y'all can't stand for 5 minutes to check someone in. My entire life, since I started working at hotels, I've not been allowed to sit behind the desk. In any capacity. At either hotel. And yet these bitches, these old lazy bitches, get to just sit. Give me a break.
Car inside. Clear.
Those 2 hours are usually a bigger pain than the afternoon shift. Not necessarily. The morning 7 to 3 shift is the worst. Most days there's nothing to do, so you're just sitting there waiting for anything to happen. Other days, everything is a living, breathing disaster. You're just putting out fires left and right and you don't get a second to sit down. And then the phone never stops ringing. And you always have to do the stupid pre-scripted 25, like, it's like, you have to do the pre-scripted phone introduction, which is basically an 800-word essay that you have to recite every single time. And they check for it. They fucking check for it. But, yeah. You could theoretically get away with sleeping on the midnight shift. Theoretically! Half the people that I work with that have done the overnight shift have gotten caught sleeping and they didn't get fired. One dude was caught sleeping 3 times. It took 3 times for them to do anything. I've slept on the overnight shift before. Not very long, but I did sleep. Anyway, back past Newman, so that's good. How many times did I get caught snoozing? Once. One singular time. It was right after getting my wisdom teeth removed, and it was when I first started doing the overnight shift, so I had no idea just how late I needed to stay up in order to fix my sleep schedule, because, like, before starting the shift, I was like, okay, I should probably stay up all night to adjust my sleep schedule, and by like 4 a.m. I was dragging ass, and I wasn't even doing anything. Like, I was just at home, just existing. And yeah. And yeah. I was still dragging ass despite doing nothing. Alright, well, we're back up to third, but thankfully I've nearly wrecked twice, which has cost me at least, like, a total of 7 seconds. So that's awesome. Lance Stroll F1 24 100% playthrough. Well, if I did that, at least I wouldn't have any expectations. Bare minimum. That's why I played as, that's kind of another reason why I played as Tony Raines in this. Hard-working midnight shifts aren't good for your health. It depends on your libido, really. Like, when I was doing it, I really didn't feel a whole lot. Like, you need to, like, take extra vitamin D because you never get to see the sun. You're never in the sun when you work nights, especially in the winter. So, like, you need to take, like, vitamin D supplements. Other than that, if you're like, if you find yourself like struggling through the night, like the literal night, like not even you sleeping, but like if you need extra sleep and you still wake up tired, then you should not be doing overnight shifts. Me personally, I never felt any negative health effects from it. If anything, I felt pretty good because all of my friends were awake in the middle of the night, so I just talked to people on Discord all night. That's all I do. I'd edit videos and talk to people on Discord, and occasionally press a couple of buttons on the computer. And I got paid handsomely for my duties. Ah, he said duty. You can't get vitamin D since it's the only D you'll get. Oof. Too real. F in the chat. More like D in the chat. Jarrett and Labonte Racing 100% playthrough. Does that game have 100% race legs? Hopefully not.
Let's go now. Still 7 seconds off.
Hi Disney Cars Racing Productions. How are you doing? I'm tired. I need to take my pills. Hang on, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to break immersion, but I haven't taken pills yet. And if I don't take pills, I will be up until midnight. And that's the last thing I need. Very good. Alright. That was effective use of my time right there. Boy, we got a classic halftime break on our hands right here. Yep, I broke the immersion. Everyone's gonna leave. Everyone's gonna leave the stream. Everyone's gonna dislike the video. Everyone's unsubscribed. All 36,000 subscribers are gonna disappear. I remember one time in high school, I had a dream that all of my subscribers disappeared. Like, I had, like, 2. And this was back when I had, like, 200 subscribers. And it was, like, devastating. That was a terrible dream. Anyway. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna test for drugs in my system. That would happen, by the way. That would happen to me. Like, the allergy pills that I've been taking for the last 7 years that I literally need to function in society, popping up as a performance-enhancing drug or an illegal substance on the NASCAR test, and I get suspended. Have to go to Road to Recovery for taking allergy pills. What you in for? I've been selling dope. I've been selling fentanyl for the last decade. What you in for? Oh, I took some Benadryl. I took Benadryl. And then the FBI showed up at my door. The DEA got in on it. North Dakota's #1 most wanted criminal.
The leader has about 9 seconds on us.
I remember one time I gave a Benadryl to a guy in class. That was the day that I took the ACT. And had a bunch of Benadryl on me. Because I was sick, and I thought taking the Benadryl would make me feel less sick. It didn't work, by the way. And I offered the pill to the dude, and he was like, sure, I'll take it. And I gave him the pill, and I was like, wow. I just dealt drugs in school. That's a thing. That's a thing.
Right rear's getting more. Keep an eye out.
Probably What If and JC are my only two. You'd be surprised.
Interval's about 9 seconds. Take care of your
You'd be surprised.
Still there. Careful. Still beside you.
Honestly, I can't even remember if What If was up during those hours. I know he popped up occasionally. What If just randomly shows up in my DMs some days? I'll just be hanging out and suddenly, boom, there's What If. It's like, oh, hi. Half the time I'm at work and I can't talk and I'm like, shit. Do I respond just to let him know I saw it, or do I wait until I actually have time to talk to him? I don't know which to do. I never know which to do. You had a dream where KG was in a Tails outfit and said ring-a-ding and spun his tail. Hey, yo, let's make this dream a reality. Claritin was one of the drugs Mayfield got popped? Oh my god, that's too real. That's too real. I actually would have gotten popped. No way. No way.
Number 12. All over your back bumper.
Do I think Carl Edwards would make the NASCAR Hall of Fame? Probably not. All things considered, they probably would have nominated him by now, right? Is he a nominee? Have they nominated? I don't actually know. Because, like, he stopped racing in 2016, and, like, I think it's 3 years that they have to be retired from full-time driving in order to be considered. I don't fucking know, dude. The point that I'm trying to make is that I doubt he's going to make the... I doubt he's going to make the Hall of Fame. And I wouldn't vote for him personally. I saw the list of nominees from this year, and I was like, man, there are not a whole lot of interesting names on this list, are there?
Easy, buddy. That left front tire's seen some action.
Not a lot of options. I didn't even know who I'd vote for. It was so uninteresting. They're trying to get Jeff Burton in again. It might be his last year to be considered. They might finally stop trying to get Jeff Burton into the Hall of Fame. Honestly, if I was Jeff Burton, I know that I don't have a Hall of Fame worthy career. I would rather them have never nominated me for the Hall of Fame to begin with than just sit on the nomination list for 5 years and never get selected. Like, that would be my opinion. Like, that's just 5 years of knowing that you weren't good enough. Like, at least let the man retire in peace with his, what, 21 wins? That's a solid career. I never saw Jeff Burton win live, I must say. That's just my opinion. Barry Bonds is up for the Hall of Fame in baseball. He got popped. But, like, everyone gets popped in baseball. Like, come on, dude. Like, who's not doing steroids in baseball? I mean, baseball's more of a sport where you want to be a bit more on the lean side in order to run the bases and catch the balls and stuff, you know, unless you're a catcher. Unless you're a catcher. Unless your title is literally catcher. They like to have the fatties as catchers. But like every other position, they want to be a bit more on the lean side. So like doing steroids really isn't much of a benefit. I actually watched the game where Barry Bonds passed Hank Aaron's record. I actually watched that game live with my grandma. I remember the dude was like escorted, that caught the ball, was escorted out by security, and they played a video on the big screen. And I was just standing there like, I didn't even know what was going on. I was just thinking, what? Why are we doing this? I didn't even know that there was a record on the
Still there. The 01 car is gaining on you. Still there.
What kind of dreams have I had recently? There was a weird one where, I don't even know if I can say this, but like, there was a weird one where I had like a plushie of Link from Legend of Zelda, but it was evil. And like in the dream, the evil Link plushie accused the Jews of running the world. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding! That just happened a few days ago. He was gonna stay at your house. You asked for what that meant, and everyone's answer was you were weird. I'm sorry, Mary. That is a little weird. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to agree with everyone else on that one. I haven't had any racing dreams lately, so that's good. I only ever had bad dreams when it's related to racing. I'm sorry, what if? I want to respond, but like, I don't want to get caught with my pants down and needing to respond to every message. Like, if I'm on the clock, and I need to actually work, I like need to not be on Discord. I'm sorry. It's a struggle. It's the eternal struggle. Thoughts on the in-season tournament. I think it's funny. It was basically the exact idea that Denny Hamlin had. I think it's neat. Did I say that already? I don't care. It's fine. It's better than the chase, that's for sure. Yo, if there was like a lottery at the start of every season where like it would randomly pick what part of the season to do that tournament every single year, that'd be so much better. Like, that'd be so much better than the chase. Like, infinitely. Infinitely better. And who knows, maybe the lottery would randomly decide that it's the end of the season. Oh my goodness, crazy. Who could have seen this coming? But like, you know, anything is better than the chase at this point. Like, literally anything on the planet is better than the chase. I'm so sick of it. Pizza from McDonald's. You know what? I'm kind of surprised they've never tried that. Taco John's has a Mexican pizza now. They're stealing from Taco Bell. I haven't had it because I refuse to give in to that. I know taco pizzas aren't even that good. Except for the ones made by Pizza Corner. Those are pretty good. I haven't had one of those in years, though. Oh my goodness. I haven't had one of those since living in the shithole apartment. I had on, we kept it off the wall! What a save! Oh my goodness gracious, I cannot believe that I saved that car.
You're clear.
I'm sorry, what if? I want to respond to the DMs, but I'm too busy. I'm sorry. Oh, now I feel bad. Gordon is not leading. He just passed me for 5th. They did sell pizza at McDonald's, huh? Wonder what it tasted like. Did you imagine, like, a fry pizza? Where they, like, put fries on the pizza, obviously. No, the crust is made of fries. Oh my goodness, the carbs. The carbs. Oh, that is a horrifying prospect. McDonald's pizza with fries as the crust. And then they like take the hamburger meat and like dice it up and put it on a sausage. Let me cook. Let me cook. That we might have something. We might have something to work with here. I still haven't had the Mexican pizza from Taco Bell either. A, it's expensive, and B, once again, I refuse to give in. Do I know my blood type? I don't know my blood type. I've always wondered what my blood type is. I think I've even donated blood too, is the thing. Oh my god, the car sucks. You know what, honestly, there's no way that I make it on the same number of pit stops as these guys. Maybe I should just start pitting a little bit earlier. Just so that I don't have to deal with the car when it completely falls off a cliff at the end of the runs. Maybe we just do that. Maybe we just pit every 50 laps. Maybe that's just what we do. Pit in the car. Pit in the car. Oh, we got a typo in the chat? Nice. Yeah, that'd be awesome if the game had a voice clip for if you save the car, but like, it's so difficult to determine that. Like, the only voice clip that they have is the crew chief bitching about wasting tires when there's a puff of smoke. Like, they could have done that instead of having the crew chief bitch about the tires. They could have had the spotter go like, hey buddy, great save. What if is gonna kidnap JC? Honestly, at this point, JC would probably take it. He'd probably be like, please, kidnap me. Take me away from this sad existence. Someone bought the piece of land across the street from me, though, so... They're starting to build on it, too, for that matter. They're building something. I'm excited to see what it turns out. They had the excavator out, and they were, like, digging into the ground when I was driving past, and I was like, damn, that's cool. How would JC respond? Any game, no matter what kind of game, I still want to play that I have not played yet. For the channel, maybe a first-person shooter game. In general, what haven't I played yet? Is there any type of game that I haven't played in my life yet? I've never played like a World of Warcraft type game. I don't think it'd be anything I'd be interested in. But like, you know, I've never played World of Warcraft or League of Legends or anything like that. Might be interesting. Might be interesting. I'm also sad that What If wasn't at Coda. That would have been awesome. What about Call of Duty? I've played Call of Duty. I played Black Ops. That's actually the only Call of Duty game I've ever played. I played this Army Man game on PS1 once. But like, I've never played any other Call of Duties.
The 16 car is outside. All clear, buddy.
That's what I meant when I said first-person shooter, by the way. I got through like the first 3 missions of the Battlefield 2 campaign. And I was like, oh, I see. People only like this game for online. Played through Medal of Honor. Do I still have the Medal of Honor game? Medal of Honor on PS3 was pretty fun.
Clear on both sides.
Toy Story 2 on PS1. I played Toy Story on an N64 once. I don't know what game. It wasn't that fun. But hey, I played Diddy Kong on N64 as well. Kings, you would have witnessed Truex retiring live. Yeah, that's true. If they actually had the next gen by then. Well, you see, the thing is, if COVID didn't happen, I would have gone to Martinsville with JC, so I wouldn't have even been at Circuit of the Americas. Or maybe I would have gone again. Maybe that would have started the yearly tradition of me going to races. Martinsville in 2020, and then I would have gone to COTA in 2021. Unless COTA wouldn't have never been on the schedule if it weren't for COVID. Who knows? We are kind of getting to the point where, like, there are alternative timelines that could be explored if COVID never happened. Like, especially given the current context. 4 years later. But you know what? Maybe if COVID never happened, they would have actually been able to finish those cars properly. I don't know. I don't know, man. They were desperate to rush the cars out. Dave Moody apparently made a tweet, or someone made a fucking tweet. I assumed it was Dave Moody because it was a terrible take. But I don't think it was actually Dave Moody. I think it was someone else. Saying that, no, it was Ryan Pistone from MRN, but actually not apparently. Saying that, like, something 2020 races were so great that people, I don't know, it was a terrible take. And I was just sitting there like, yeah, they literally rushed the next gen car to get away from the terrible, terrible cars, but they were so great, right? Yeah, I still see people masking to this day. Actually, did I talk about this? I think this happened though. I think I talked about this in the last stream, but there was a lady that made me put on a mask to go upstairs and fix her TV. And like, she was super cool about it. She was like, thanks for like following my instructions. You didn't have to be obligated to do that. And I was like, oh yeah, got me away from the desk for a couple of minutes, so I can't complain too much, right? But yeah, she made me put on a mask to go fix her TV, and it wasn't what I expected it to be. I assumed that she put something in front of the box, and that's why the channels wouldn't change, but no. As it turns out, what she did was put the wrong remote. She was using the wrong remote. And that's the housekeeping's fault for putting the wrong remote out. Yeah, y'all remember H1N1? Goodness gracious. Everyone that I knew was terrified about H1N1 when it was happening. And like, we stopped buying pork from the store, and it was like, oh my god, dude. Like, what are we doing, guys? Looking back on that, it's like, no. No. Yeah, that pisses me off a lot, because if Larson was with Stuart Haas, I would probably like him. That's the most fucked up thing about him. I would probably really like Larson if he went to Stuart Haas. I can't imagine that timeline. Now that timeline is difficult to imagine. Hey, Levi's here. Man, everyone's coming out to this stream. Even though there's only 34 viewers right now. I don't remember either of those. Was I old enough? I think I was too young for SARS. I think I was like in kindergarten when SARS was scary.
Number 4, down low. Clear on both sides.
Brad Keselowski, driver of the Penske Racing Dog.
The 20 car up high.
Kyle Busch is a...
We're clear. Go ahead and get on by. He's not gonna block.
Are you sure, crew chief? This is NASCAR Thunder 2004. Basically, everyone is guaranteed to block you.
Number 1 is still there. The 1 car is coming high. You're clear.
People are finally starting to pit, which is nice.
Got one down low.
That's pretty neat. That's pretty neat. Oh, we're not turning the car. That's not good. See, sometimes it sticks in turn 1, and then sometimes it just flies up the track. Like, there really is just no consistency at all with this car. Stan Barrett out here blocking me some more. Thanks.
45
This
car.
is like the 4th time that I've lapped him, and don't worry. He's driven all the way down the track to block me every single time that I've come up on him.
Clear all around.
Stupid. You're writing all of your comments on a shit tech phone? Nice. I can't believe you got service. Cannot believe that you got service. Brad Keselowski has always been likable. Okay? Alright? Just saying. Tails plushie report of 2024. Still in good shape. And the white is still white. Hell yeah, dude. This is the best news. Best news I've heard all day. Honestly. Lap 225, 100 to go this time by, man. Nice stuff. Stewart Haas probably won't exist in the next year or two. See, I'm still convinced that Stewart is selling his share, and their team is selling 2 charters, and it's just going to be Haas. And I guess what would make sense would be Haas merging with Front Row. And I don't know what fucking shit they'd do. What they'd call the team after that. Probably throw us a curveball like David Gilliland did and call it something completely off the wall. Tricon Garage. Where do they come up with that name? Sounds like a bad guy in like a Transformers cartoon.
Got one down low. That pass was for position.
Tricon.
All clear, buddy.
There's a person at work that looks like me, gives you food and enjoys internet memes. It could just very well be me in disguise. There was a guy that looked like me in the old town that I lived in. And one day, a dude came up to me and said, "Do you have an older brother?" And I was like, "No, I know who you're talking about. No, that's not my older brother."
Down. Try another line or you won't last.
It was a very uncanny similarity, though, I will say that much. Yeah, considering my dad is a total deadbeat, who knows? Maybe he did father another child and I didn't know about it. Problem is that they were all high school age when I was born, so... Yeah, man might have been a bit promiscuous in his early teen years. Megatron's cousin, Tricon. Nice. Hell yeah, dude.
Got one outside.
I liked Levi's parents when I met them. They seemed cool.
Still there.
See, that's the weird thing, is that I get along with most people's parents better than I do, like, them.
Okay, we're clear.
It's very weird. It's always been the case, ever since I was young. Ever since I was young, I got along with everyone's parents really well. It's very unusual. It's a good trait to have, I guess. Better than not getting along with everyone's parents.
You're still hanging out with that kamikaze kid? You know, he's a bad influence. He's a bad influence. I don't want you hanging out with that kid.
Number 9 is outside. The 9 car is still there.
Where's the meme video of me in the car wrecking people?
Number
Calling!
9 coming high.
Where's Calling? What if's asking about you? Man was here for the entire stream up to this point. I think it's on the Race and Collie channel and not the Game and Collie channel. Yeah, Game and Collie only has like 3 videos. It's on the Race and Collie channel. It seems like I have a connection with people older than me rather than people close to my age. That's concerning, given the connotations that adult and child relationships have these days. Was I groomed? The next KG documentary. Was I groomed? Went to a funeral today. Oh. You lost one of your closest cousins? Wow. That's fucked up. I'm trying to think if I can relate at all, but I really can't. I haven't lost anyone that close that's that age. Everyone that I've lost in my life has been old, so. I mean, like, the closest thing would be my best friend's brother that died a while back. And even then, I still haven't talked to either. I still hadn't talked to either of them in over a year when it happened, so. I don't know, man. I genuinely cannot imagine how that feels.
Number 24
Yeah, I'm annoyed that all that stuff that we recorded in South Dakota was terrible. Like, I was able to get one good video out of it, somehow managed to piece together one good video, and I'd say that's a pretty solid accomplishment because the audio was awful, everything was out of sync, nothing, half the time the shit wasn't even recording. It's like, I don't know, man.
Going inside.
That was just an all-around disaster. We really need to give that a second shot.
Keep digging. Clear on both sides.
Now that's the real redemption that we need. We need a second
Might be time for a new
collab attempt to fix that up. Not Griff Dog, someone I actually knew from school. Not Griff Dog, although that sucked as well. I haven't seen Griff Dog in a while. He popped up in the chat every once in a while. And he pops up on Twitter every once in a while. I see him liking my tweets. I don't tweet anymore, though. Maybe that's the reason. Maybe it's because I've stopped tweeting. I don't even get, like, notifications for my posts anymore. All I get are Twitter notifications for things that other people are posting. Dude, I got... Speaking of Twitter, I was driving around the other day, and I went to the building that they're going to be building the new Popeyes at, and there was a dumpster, and the company for the dumpster was Blue Sky Dumping, and I was like, is this the Blue Sky I've been hearing so much about? Yeah. Who would have won in 2021 if they used the Gen 7 car? That's tough because the car would have been falling apart all the time and everyone would have been blowing up. Everyone would have had mechanical failures and there really wouldn't have been a good judgment of anything actually transpiring on the track. I don't know. I can't give you a solid answer on that. I'd really have to think about that. You created a Twitter account in 2009? Goodness. Yeah, the MRN guy got mad at me. See, I was saying in the past couple of streams that I wanted to have some racing drama again, and I guess I got my wish. It was a fun 5 minutes, that's for sure. That was an enjoyable 5 minutes of drama. My eyes are starting to hurt now. Man, everything in my body is starting to hurt from playing this game. We've only been going for 2 hours. 2 hours, 15 minutes. 2 1/4. Yes. Yes, man. I told you, dude. I took Levi to my favorite sit-down restaurant that I've ever been to. When we met up. That's my favorite restaurant. It was so goddamn good, too. That day, there was some fine cooking that day, too. They were cooking. They were cooking. I want to go there again, dude. Just find an excuse to drive to the Black Hills to go to a restaurant, to go to a Mexican restaurant. Any reason is a good reason, I suppose.
The 16 car is still there.
Can the 16 car not still be there?
You're clear.
Oh my goodness. Why is Biffle so fast? He must have just pit. Maybe he just pit. That might be the reason he's so fast. Hey Kamikaze Games, have you collected any Truex diecasts as of recently? If so, which ones or one? Cannot remember the last Truex diecast that I bought. I've been looking to get the Enterprise car for a while, but like, I've kind of stopped diecast collecting at this point. I just buy like 1 or 2 every year. Just to make sure that they make production. I bought the Moffat truck from last season, and that should ship in July. I just got the McDowell win. That was a good one. Other than that, not a whole lot. There's a diecast sitting to my right now that I don't remember what it is.
Wants to get by you. Number 12, come by. Stay with it. We'll get that back. Okay, we're clear.
Yeah. But that's just an area that I love, honestly. Like, I'm not kidding you, man. If I could move there, right now, I'd do it. Just such a fantastic area. Wonder what the hotels are like down there. Do I like Forza Horizon? I've never played Forza Horizon. The only Forza game I've ever played was like Forza 5 at a Best Buy. I've never owned an Xbox, and I mean, I could probably buy a Forza game now that I'm stuck on Windows 10. So maybe I could try it. Who knows? Yeah, that was a pretty good one. Yeah, that Phase 10 playthrough was some top tier content. That was top tier, because I was 1 move away from winning. I was so mad. Is there an online, is there like a video game version of Battleships? I think that'd be a fun PvP game, right? Like Uno. Like, everyone loves Uno. I think Battleship would be a great game for, like, 1v1s online. Oh, dear. And the cannon goes boom, ba-ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom, boom. Alright, well, the car's getting loose. It might be time to pick. Might be time to pick. Alright, pitting time. Woo. Not speeding on the pit road. Ah. Hands starting to get stiff. Am I looking forward to the 500? Yes. Yes. Please, can it be Sunday so I can drive there? Please, I beg. I fucking beg. I need this to be now, and not multiple days from now. Tabletop Simulator has almost every board game imaginable. Interesting.
Number 99, up high. Clear on both sides.
Interesting. The original AutoSim is free, AutoSim 2 is not free, but there is a free demo that basically is the majority of the game that you can still get a pretty fun experience out of for free. I think AutoSim is just fun, period. I recommend paying for it. I want KG to dress up as Tails going to Indy, sweat, and lose the max amount of weight. Well, I like the losing weight idea, but I don't know if I can fulfill that fantasy quite yet. Have I ever played Bejeweled? Not the original Bejeweled, but I played the version of Bejeweled with, like, the frog. Unless that is Bejeweled, in which case, yes, I have played Bejeweled. Achievement Hunter Let's Play released possibly its last ever video. I remember watching Achievement Hunter. Goodness gracious, that was like 2011. Hey, the allergy medication is kicking in a little early. I'm gonna be on the brink of falling asleep for the rest of the stream, just like Martinsville. Whoa. That's a yes. Yeah, I kind of stopped keeping up with Achievement Hunter back then. No! Why? Isn't that like the third race in a row that Johnny's blown up? This is so uncool. So uncool of this game. Why does this keep happening? Oh, we're fast. We're fast.
On your line. You're still there. The 16 car is coming low. Clear on both sides.
1,300 CDs. I thought I had a lot of CDs. I have like 300 CDs. This man's got an entire like warehouse of CDs. I've stopped buying CDs too, for that matter. I've got pretty much everything I'll ever need. Until I find something new that I like, in which case I will need to purchase that as well.
Number 22, top five.
I haven't bought any CDs for a long time though, so I'm feeling pretty good.
You gained a lot of position with that pass. Still there.
Yeah, I know. That's the problem, is that I always want more. A band that like releases one song and I'm like, hey, I should order their entire discography off eBay. That has happened, by the way. I hardly have any physical KMFDM CDs either. That's the tragic part. They have so many releases. And yet I think I only have Symbols and one other. Ashton Lewis. Ah, ran me pretty tight there, bud.
You're clear. Got one eye.
And then it's so difficult to find CDs that I actually want. See, like the usual sellers that I look at that have good stuff for cheap never have any of the niche artists that I like. Half the time they don't even have like bigger, like, you know, more popular groups. Like, they don't have any David Bowie CDs. They don't have any Tears for Fears CDs. It's rough out there, man.
Clear on both sides.
Oh, I'm tired. Anyway. Last CD that you bought was Motley Crue. See, that's the thing, is that Motley Crue just released a Signal. I'd be like, well, maybe I should buy their entire discography off eBay. With the pace that Justin Allgaier is going with right now, he'll surpass Mark Martin in Xfinity. Allgaier still has 10 competitive years left in him. But you see, Justin Allgaier could have anywhere from like 5 career wins to 60. The fact that he has 24 is just insane. Dude, when I watched that race, I watched it at work. I watched it from behind the desk at work. And when he took the checkered flag, I just kind of stood there like, usually when Justin Allgaier wins, I'm through the moon. Like, I enjoy Allgaier wins more than I enjoy Truex wins. But this last one, I just kind of stood there like, where was this all year? Where was this all of his career? Why doesn't Allgaier have 50 plus wins? Think of all the races that Allgaier has dominated like he did at Darlington, and not won. For a litany of reasons. Think of all these fucking races. I was just waiting for him to blow a fucking tire again. With 2 to go. I'm just sitting there like, why is this it? This shouldn't be it. He should have more wins. Like, I don't know if I'm complaining or anything, but like, usually when Allgaier wins, it makes my week for the rest of the week. You know? Like, I immediately change my avatar on Discord to him burning out and feel good for the rest of the week. But like this past one, I'm just standing there like, where was this all year? You've been capable of doing this all year. Why couldn't you finish any other race that you dominated this year, Justin? I couldn't even be happy. But like this race, he was untouchable from the drop of the green. No one could even keep up. Like, he led what? Probably the most laps that he's ever led in a race? Like, percentage-wise? I can't even be happy about it, because what's going to happen is next fucking race, he's probably going to win the first 2 stages, and then oopsie poopsie, the pit crew forgot how to do their jobs again. Looks like he's 19th and has no chance to win. Or the pit crew actually shows up for once and Allgaier continues dominating the race, but then oopsie poopsie, a tire randomly blows out for literally no reason with 2 laps to go. Guess he's not winning again. I'm just so exacerbated. Exhausted. Just the fatigue of dealing with Justin Allgaier for the past 15 years. It's just caught up to me. I don't know how much more I can handle. Just at this point, I just want to put Chandler Smith as my favorite driver and just move on. And that'll be the year Allgaier finally wins a championship. Like last year was painful enough. And then he's just dying constantly this year. It's just, I don't.
You're clear.
It's just pain. Nothing but endless pain and suffering. Yeah, Jason Leffler was great. I don't know if he would have gotten 25 wins, but like, he definitely would have done more than what, 2? Man deserved better. It's a shame that he remained loyal to Haas.
Couple top 5 cars are on their way into the pits.
If he'd actually jumped ship earlier, or like went to like Braun earlier, like if he drove the Braun 32, he probably would have had a lot of success in that car. Because that was right when Braun was like in the midst of their technical alliance with Ganassi. And McMurray was jumping in the car every week and winning. And Casey was jumping in the car every week and having good runs. And David Stremme was looking good in that car. Like, if he just ended up in that a little bit earlier, he probably would have popped off a few more wins during the pre-horrendous leaching era. $30 for a CD. What's the most that I've paid for a CD? I think I spent $30 on the Atom Ship CD. Maybe it was less than 30, but it was probably closer to like mid-20. I should like scroll through my eBay and see what is the most I've paid for a CD. $26 wins for Leffler on the official without leeches sheet. Damn. Alright, well I stand corrected. I guess Leffler really was that good. Never mind, I'll shut up.
Your right front tire's wearing down. Try another line or you won't last. You're clear.
See, the crazy thing is that David Stremme was actually low-key really good in 2003. He led a bunch of laps at Milwaukee, I think, from the pole. It finished like 3rd in that race. That wouldn't have had leeches in it. But yeah, you're not wrong. He did kind of suck once they rushed him to Cup. And like, from there was really no excuses. The most you spent on a CD was $70. Kiss box set. That sounds good. I have recently given in and started listening to more Kiss. I used to think that Kiss was overrated, and I still kind of do. But like, they got some good songs. They got some good songs. Ooh, baby, baby.
Fuel tank ought to be about half empty. Got one eye. The right rear's getting warm. Keep an eye out. Number 31 is going high. Clear all around. Got one outside. You're clear.
Elliott Stadler's story is a bit of a tragedy. Because he was never consistent enough to win the championship before the knockout chase. He was never consistent enough to win the championship back then. And then immediately once the chase era came into existence with the Final Four, suddenly he's getting the most points every season by a hefty margin. Kind of a bit ridiculous. The Kiss Psycho Circus game. I've got Kiss Pinball on PS1. I bought that a while back for like a $4. Yeah, this race is fucked if I don't get a caution, but I still have a shot at the top 10, I think. No, I did not celebrate when Byron won the championship, because that was Allgaier's last chance to get back to the Cup Series.
Some of the leaders are coming in together.
Not like it would have happened. Okay, Harvick is on the lead lap, and I'm way behind the leader, so maybe I'm not going to finish 10th in this race, but hey. Yeah, Cole Custer won his first Xfinity race when Byron won the championship at Homestead in 2017. And if Daniel Hemrick had scored one less point in any of the 3 races leading up to that race, Custer would have made the Final Four and would have won the 2017 championship. Just saying. Just saying. 1 point was all the difference. If Allgaier went to Cup, I can't see the rest of this message because of the heart. Is that would or wouldn't?
Take it easy on those tires. We got some cars headed down pit road.
Oh boy, we got pitters. Yeah, they're going to be able to make it to the end. Everyone that pits here will be able to make it to the end by a margin. Oh boy, oh boy.
Might be time for a new left rear tire.
Might be time for a new left rear tire. Crew Chief, you talk too much. You're going to Taco Bell. What should you get? Okay, so you need to get the stacker. Get the beef stacker, but take off the nacho cheese and add chipotle sauce. Then you need to get the chicken flatbread thing. 3 cheese chicken flatbread. Why did David Green just slow down Ryan Newman so much? That was weird. I've never seen anything like that happen. You need to get the 3 cheese flatbread chicken thing. And from there you can just get whatever else you want. I actually really like the nacho fries. They were weird, but I kind of did like the nacho fries. So if your Taco Bell still has those, get those. From there, maybe get like a chicken chalupa if you're into chicken. Otherwise, I'd just get a couple of Doritos Locos and call it good. Yeah, I don't have enough laps to get a top 10. You're right about that. Nacho fries are back. Hey! Strangely good news. But I still want to get the new Blizzard from Dairy Queen. So what do? Do I get Taco Bell tomorrow and the Blizzard? That feels incredibly unhealthy. Ooh, steak. Okay, you're not wrong. Maybe steak would be pretty good on that stacker, but just make sure that you don't do the nacho cheese because the nacho cheese is terrible. If you put chipotle sauce on the stacker, it's the best item on the menu right now. So if you want to do a steak, be my guest. That probably is actually better than the beef, now that I think about it. Yeah, the chalupa shell is the best part. Like, I used to get the chalupa without all the stuff on it. I used to just get a plain chalupa back when but like, it's like twice as expensive as just a regular taco, and it really doesn't make much of a difference.
The 8 car is coming high.
Yeah, caution right now would be fantastic.
Got one high. Number 8 is still there. We're down a spot. Keep digging.
Delicious frozen milk. Yeah. See, the problem with DoorDash is what I usually use to buy Dairy Queen, and Taco Bell for that matter, but DoorDash lists the calories and everything on the Dairy Queen menu, so I'm always like, ooh, that looks really good, and then I click it, and then for a medium is like 1,000 calories, and I'm like, excuse me? Excuse me? What is this? Yeah, Taco Bell beef isn't that great.
Bring it in when you're ready.
That's why I like Taco John's more. It's just because the beef is better. But like, Taco Bell's cheap, and they have some good menu items, so I kind of split my time between the two. Ah, yes, you do pay extra with DoorDash. However, if you set up the order through DoorDash, but you go and pick it up yourself, there's no fees. There's no bonus fees if you go and pick it up yourself. So you get the benefits of Dash Pass, but you don't have to pay extra. And you don't have to like go to the drive-up and like tell the person your order. You don't have to sit there the entire time telling them, okay, I want the stacker, but I don't want nacho cheese, I want chipotle sauce. Then I want the chicken flatbread thing. Can I get extra cheese on that? Then I also want to get a chalupa supreme, except I don't want it to be supreme. I literally just want meat, sauce, and extra cheese. Then I want to get a steak, quesadilla, blah blah blah. You know, you just type it in, and the order gets sent, and it pops up on their screen, and they're like, okay, guess this is what I'm making. You don't have to bloviate sitting in the drive-through line for an hour. That is one thing that I will say that I like about mobile apps, is that it is streamlined food ordering. Yes, you're exactly right. Taco John's is the better overall experience. The tacos taste better, the potato olays are to die for, and the Mexican donut bites are delicious, except I never have them. But they are delicious. The Taco Bell is still a fun place to go to every once in a while. Is there a cup race before the year 1990 you wish you would be there in attendance? Oh dear. I'm thinking like 1984 Talladega
Number 38
is on the list. I guess I've never really thought about that. That's an interesting question. 1989 Rockingham? I don't know. I think it'd be fun to go back to like the 70s era when it was the gigantic fat cars, or maybe even like the Super Wing era, to see a race with them. That'd be fun. You need fuel! I know, crew chief. That's how cars work. Thank you. Thank you for the update. Have I ever been to Fargo?
Number 38.
Dude, oh no. Well, we're still not getting...
Still there. Keep patient.
Logo allied to a -8 rival in one corner. What the fuck was that, Elliot? That's not even my fault. And it didn't cause a caution, which would have saved my race. Of course, we're literally coming to pit this lap, and that doesn't even bother to save my race. Stupid ass game. Yes, I've been to Fargo. How many times have I been to Fargo? At least 7. Shut up, announcer. The problem is that you're annoying. Boy, the car was pretty much in perfect condition for the entire race until then. That was so stupid, dude. That's not even my fault. You can't even say that's my fault. I tried wrecking him! I got back on him and tried to turn him! You saw me! Turning left! I tried to cause a caution there!
The 25 car is looking high. Okay.
300 laps into this race, and the AI just decided to turn off their fucking brains for that corner. Man, this sucks. $16th it is, I guess. That's where we're going to be finishing in this one. And you know what? After starting on the pole and leading no laps, it's about what I deserve. You know NASCAR isn't going to throw a caution for Elliott Sadler. Just see him flying into the infield at Pocono and the engine sitting on the track, and Toots is like, "Track's clear, Tower. Track's clear." Ever been to Devil's Lake? I have not been to Devil's Lake. I have never pulled off the interstate to check out Devil's Lake. I have a cousin that lives there. Got married a few years back.
Hold it steady. 3 wide. Number 25 is going high. Clear all around.
Casey! See, this is what I meant when I said that we come into this race with a full race lead in points. It's not over. It's not over. In this game, anything is possible. I could have died there, for that matter. Could have been a DNF. Couple laps to go, car. Come on. Just need to stay awake for a couple more laps. Gordon's Atlanta crash. Which one? In 2005, in race 2 of the season, Jeff Gordon wrecked on like lap 2 of the Atlanta race. And I remember watching that live. I thought, this is awesome. This is awesome. Didn't Gordon wreck at Atlanta in 2015 and like was mad about like the safer barrier not going long enough or something? I distinctly remember that. Usually dominant in Phoenix and Rockingham. I am not concerned at all about Phoenix. We're gonna have a fresh car for Phoenix. That should be the easiest race of the playthrough. Rockingham, I'm a little bit concerned. We're going to have a worn-out car, and that track can be dangerous. And the leader drives off to a huge advantage, so if it's Dale Jr., he could just lap the field and get the most laps led and gain 15 points on me like that. But we'll probably have top 5 speed at Rockingham. Homestead, anyone's guess. Anyone's guess what kind of speed we'll have there, because I'll have a fresh car. That's true, I'll have a fresh car. But like, we're so far ahead in points that it shouldn't be too much of a concern, just unless something insane happens at Phoenix, or we're really bad at Rockingham, it should not be an issue. We're gonna lose a bunch of points in this race. But, yeah. Who's your favorite cartoon / video game character outside of Tails? You're actually quite curious. I'm a huge fan of The Amazing World of Gumball. And I think Gumball is one of the best characters on TV. He is just so hateable, but you can't hate him. You can't help but love him. Other than that, love me some Bluey. As far as favorite character on Bluey, that's tough. That is definitely a tough question to answer. Because, like, Muffin is my spirit animal. But, like, you know. There's just so many characters. There's so many characters in both shows, both Gumball and Bluey.
You're clear. Number 29, top 5.
Tell the backstory of the Bluey sticker on the car. There's not much of a backstory. I just was scrolling through Instagram one day and came across an ad for someone's Etsy page who was making Bluey window stickers for cars, and I was like, I need to get this. But I looked up Bluey on Etsy. Bluey window sticker on Etsy. And that was the one I found, and I was like, this is good shit. This is top tier. I've also always loved Plankton from SpongeBob. That episode where him and SpongeBob become friends is, like, tragic, honestly. It's a tragic episode. And then the one episode where, like, it goes back in time and, like, when Mr. Krabs and Plankton were kids and they came up with the Krabby Patty together, that hit hard. That episode hit pretty hard. Yes, there is plans. I'm pretty much dead set on what we're gonna do after this game is done. So there is plans for after this.
Number 5 is gaining on you. You're clear.
Have I played through the Dark Souls series? The only Dark Souls game that I played was Dark Souls 2. And I sucked. I've always wanted to play Bloodborne, though. That game looks like fun. 100% IndyCar game. No, I'm not sure about that one. Something else that I was thinking about talking about in the KG Talks to the Camera video recently was, there's a bunch of, like, old guys on Twitter that I follow these days that are like, you need to get passive income by your 30s. And I just kind of sat there like, how exactly would one go about doing that? And there's someone I know that came into a lot of money and put it all into a CD and is making $100 a day off this CD. And I'm just sitting here like, dude, you're making more in a week than I have in, like, a paycheck sometimes, you know? just off this CD money. And that got me thinking about, like, the small loan of $100,000 that Trump got as a child. And how people always dunked on him for that. But, like, no. Trump is the last person that anyone can dunk on. Because he has started over 300 businesses, and 4 of them went into bankruptcy. Okay? That's a lot of businesses. Most of us will go our entire lives without driving a business into bankruptcy. However, that's still like a 97% success rate for all his businesses. And Trump turned $100,000 into several $1 million. So that got me thinking, if you can turn a little bit of money into a lot of money, that's the acumen of success, especially in a capitalist nation. But like, in order to turn $100,000 into several $1 million, you need to start with turning $1 into $10. Okay? So, it was a small loan of $1 million. Sorry. It's the same concept, basically. And then, that's when I realized, I bought this copy of this game for $1 at a yard sale. And just think of all the super chats that have come through while I've played this game. I've turned $1 into several $1,000s. I did it. I won at capitalism. I won at capitalism. Let's fucking go. Anyway, this race is almost over. Will we make up another position? Yes, we will. We're closing in on Sterling Marlin. We will maybe get 15th if Stanton Barrett doesn't block me off the track and fucking kill me, like he is actively doing right now. All it took was hours of pain and suffering. You're not wrong about the hours. And you're not wrong about the pain and suffering, but hey, it could be worse. It could be worse. I could be turning like $1 into $15 by like working as a toilet plunger or something. I don't know. Anyway, the point is that I'm good at capitalism. White flag is out in Atlanta. I'm tired. Am I gonna burn this game to a crisp after this playthrough? No. I remember saying back in the Truex playthrough that once I finished playing this game, or maybe it was even the original version of this, that I was gonna snap the disc in half once this was over. Unfortunately, that is not gonna happen. We have not won this race. Dale Jarrett has in fact won this race. Where did Earnhardt finish? Hopefully not in the top 5. Guess we'll never know.
Boy, did we see a lot of different leaders in this one.
I'll tell you what, it seemed like every time I looked up there was a different leader out there. It was a busy race for those guys battling for the top spot.
The 174 car made some friends out there during the race.
Relationships with other drivers are important in the NASCAR Winston Cup Series. It can make you or break you.
From all of us here at EA Sports, thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you next time.
Great. Thanks, MRN. Yeah, there's the contact. That's about the only thing that happened in this race. Hey! We just did a race in this playthrough with no cautions! A 100% race length career mode Tony Raines episode! No cautions! No cautions and no money! Because I finished so bad. They weren't wrong. 21 lead changes in this race because there was no cautions and all the green flag pit stops. 4.2 second margin of victory. Stewart drives to 6th from 33rd. Jeff Burton 9th. Bobby Labonte 10th. He didn't do great at one of his best tracks. Johnson 12th. Kurt finishes 14th in front of me after starting really well. See, I led no laps. Absolutely tragic. Ward Burton 17th, Jeff Green 20th, good run for him. Another great day in DraftKings for Terry Labonte. Joe Nemechek 24th. Kevin Grubb with a good drive from 40th to 25th. Nice run for Kevin Grubb. Robbie Gordon 30th. Casey 31st. Mayfield 32nd. Randy Norton 35th. And it looks like not a lot of DNFs. Charlie Davis, Steve Park, Jerry Nadeau, and Johnny Benson, of course. Every race. Every race, it's Johnny Benson. But we just crossed the $10 million threshold. Nice. Good stuff. I had to pit more times than the rest of the field. That's why I didn't finish top 10. We were running like 5th. We had like 5th place speed without having to pit an extra time. So let's save the game just to make sure that happens. Next race is Phoenix. Yeah, easy dub. Easy dub, can't wait. Yeah, they did Biffle dirty in this game, you're not wrong. He wasn't even that bad his rookie season either, is the worst part. Like, they absolutely ruined him for no reason in this game. No respect. Anyway, let's take a look at the points. So, Dale Jr. just finished 3rd with laps led, probably. I finished 15th with no laps led. Let's find out the damage. 94 points. He made up 55 points on me in this race. Bruh. Well, we're still pretty far out ahead of him. Harvick and Gordon are closing too, by the way. Mark is 7th, Stewart 9th, and at the bottom of the standings, Casey 36th. Good lord. But Biffle's even further down. Holy shit. 34.8 average finish with a best finish of a 24th. Jesus. Anyway, I really have to go to the bathroom, so I'm going to play Bernie Sanders, and then I'm going to come back and read Super Chats. So, BRB.
Hello, YouTube. My name is Bernie Sanders, and I want to personally thank you for tuning into tonight's stream on the Kamikaze Games channel. But you all know why I'm here. Yes, that's right. I am once again asking for your financial support. As you are very well aware, there are no exterior sponsorships, including ones from the top 0.1%, on the Kamikaze Games channel. All profits are made entirely from viewers such as yourself. In the chat of every video, which would be on this side of the screen, you can send super chats to Kamikaze Games should you please. Also, in the description of every video, there is a link to Streamlabs, where you can send direct contributions to the Kamikaze Games channel without giving YouTube a cut. There's also other options, such as YouTube memberships, which give you many benefits, including, but not limited to, emojis that you can use once again in the chat on this side of the screen. But if that's not enough for you viewers, I understand in this growing and changing world, there may be other ways that you would like to contribute to the Kamikaze Games channel, and that is where I send you over to the Kamikaze Games Spring Store, which is also in the description of every video and has a page on the Kamikaze Games YouTube channel when you select the videos. So, at the Kamikaze Games Spring Store, you can find many amazing products, such as the normal stuff that you would find in a spring store, like the official Kamikaze Games t-shirt. Do you appreciate the graphic design of Kamikaze Games? Well, you can get yourself a shirt that shows your support for the channel. But I know that clothing is usually expensive, and there may be other ways that you would like to contribute to the channel. Well, on the Spring Store, there are many, many amazing products, such as this mug. Do you drink coffee? Do you drink anything? Do you drink water? You can drink water out of this Kamikaze Games mug. And if that's not enough, everyone has to go to sleep every night. You will spend 1/3 of your entire life in bed. Why don't you go to bed with Kamikaze Games? Do you want to sleep with Kamikaze Games? Well, now you can with the official Kamikaze Games pillow. Very good stuff. You can find all of these amazing products in the Kamikaze Games Spring Store in the description of every video. But if that's not enough, ladies and gentlemen in the audience, I have given you plenty of options to send your financial support
to Kamikaze Games directly. But if none of this is something that you enjoy, if you don't wear clothing, if you don't drink coffee, if you don't sleep, I bet you listen to music. Did you know that Kamikaze Games is a recording artist with count 'em two, albums for sale on his eBay store? On the left, you see his original gas station CD. Admittedly, by Kamikaze Games himself, it's not a very good album, so, maybe not pick that one. But the one to the right is his follow-up album, Take Me Home. With this one is better. It's, half the album is really good. And Kamikaze promises that in the future, he will eventually release an album that is good from start to finish. But for the most part, Take Me Home is good at least 50% of the time. All of these options are available to you, the viewer. Once again, thank you for tuning into today's stream, and we will see you in the next one. I have been Bernie Sanders, and I hope you have a good night. Thank you.
Believe me, I also want a KG plushie, but I don't think that's ever going to happen, sadly. Super Chats, Travis Noel gave me $1.99 for a Thunder 2003 PS2 playthrough. Oh, there is nothing in the world I want to do less than that. Well, maybe besides playing more Driver. JD Land has been a member for 23 months. Hell yes, thank you. That is almost 2 years. Microtype Pro LP hype, hopefully someday. Hopefully someday. Breaky gave me 5 for laughing if I changed to manual. Oh yeah, changing to manual! Hey! Hold on. We're not done. Stream's not over yet. Hold on, let's go to race now. Let's do custom setup, so yeah, there we go, okay. No, we're not doing it at Bristol, sorry. Let's do it at like Rockingham. That's a good track to do it at. There we go. Ow. That hurt a lot. More super chats. Tristan gave me 5. Still waiting on a Bizman video. I'm gonna need to write this down. I'm sorry. Jeremy Isley with the 2 for Jake Garcia being in the 13. I did forget about him. Kyle Busch Only gave me $1.99. Am I still going to Indy 500? Yes, indeed I am. I wish it was now and not far from now. And then Cruise Control Running gave me 320 yen. Wants me to dip my balls in coffee. I'll have to give that a shot someday. But today is not that day because it is the middle of the night. I'm about to go to sleep and I do not need coffee at this time. Okay, let's see if I can't do this. I literally have never practiced doing this. So let's give it a shot. Okay, car settings. Transmission. There we go. Okay. All right. Yeah, going to practice. Okay, here we go. Boy, goodness gracious, look at me. Kamikaze Games going into practice mode on a NASCAR game. Okay, so here we go. So I'm shifting with L1 and R1. Oh, okay. So now what I want to do going into this corner is I want to get into the corner, downshift, and then hold the upshift button. Just like this. And the car goes into neutral, so we're just coasting through the corner. It's very slow. This is not an effective way of getting around the track fast, but like, yeah, we'll shift back up into 4th gear here. And let's, actually take this corner properly. I say actually, okay. Okay, we'll try it again on the next corner. Okay, so we'll roll around the track here. I'm just used to having a faster car. That's my problem right now. Okay, so just like this, we'll slow down, downshift, and then, oh, hold it. Oh, there is so much that you have to do. So much mental acumen that you need to be able to actually do this at a competitive pace. But yeah, just downshift and then hold the upshift again, and that catches it in between gears, and it saves fuel. There's no way to demonstrate this because the race is too short, or actually it's too long. We'd have to do the entire run. But yeah, that's basically what I was trying to do there. Anyway, I'm 2 seconds off the fastest lap. Tiny Lungs on the track. Good for him. Okay, stream's over now, actually. Okay, thank you all so much for watching. This has been a good stream. Now, I will be upfront. These next couple of months, I have no idea when the next stream is going to be. I hope it's soon, but no promises. So, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next race, whenever it may be. But don't worry, we will finish this sometime this year. Sometime this year, this series will be finished. I don't know.